Whew.
Nice one. I give it about a 3.
Bagpipes. I assume nobody wants that.
Oh, actually, I'll take those.
Yeah. Okay.
He's gonna lullaby us to sleep with bagpipes.
We could have even more of a rave then going on.
Oh yeah. We just need our instrumental guy then.
Yeah.
So the bagpipes work. Because you got Wrath's techno armor, your blade song, and now some backup acoustics. We're like a shitty band.
Okay. Padded armor of resistance. I think somebody ought to.
Distance.
You can carry it if you want me to carry it.
Yeah, I agree with Matete. We should carry the magical armor because we can at least sell it for like a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, I mean, we know it's magical, we just don't know what it is. So
Yeah.
Well, and we still have that dude's business card that will like buy and sell shit. So like,
but
once
we're if we're able to, we're gonna do a very good investigation in the town to find it first before we call him.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna be running because yeah, Wrath burst into the room, but I'm not dumb enough to try and fight the big bad guy
Right.
at
Why
level
not?
4 while we're all tapped.
I'll take the padded armor just to carry it.
I think you're close to max. You only have like.
I got 29 pounds. I've added everything.
Oh, you dropped some stuff.
Yeah, I just dropped leather armor. Like I was factoring in like the coins that I added, but if Anatana's taking all of my coins, then I have room.
Okay.
So I'm at 159 right now of 180.
I mean, I'm taking my allocation of coins besides the copper, so.
Okay. Mithril chain went to Jane.
Low.
Ringmail, probably leaving that behind. Ringmail of fire resistant.
I can't carry that.
Jane, can you carry it?
Yeah, but then I won't be able to carry the plate armor.
Yeah, I can carry the ring.
Anatonda has the plate armor equipped, I thought.
Oh, does he?
Did I? I
Yeah,
thought you took it.
There was
Is there
two
two-
sets of
oh,
plate
okay.
armor. There was regular set of plate armor, and then there was like a magical set of plate armor. And I know
Yeah,
we
okay.
each took a set of plate armor.
Okay, so I got the regular one, right? So then,
It doesn't matter.
well, that's fine if I got the regular one.
We haven't identified the magical one yet, so we don't know.
I'll take the less
technically
shiny
what it
one.
The less
Well,
shiny-
no, we do know that one's magical because the
Yeah. We just
So I'll
haven't
take the
identified
non-magical
it
one.
yet.
yeah. I'll
Okay.
just take the non-magic one. What does that make my AC?
Plate has a base AC of 18, so if you have like a shield, your AC would be 20.
Okay, so instead of 16, it just goes straight up to 18.
Mm-hmm.
Or no. Okay, so it has, and then shield would be to 20. Okay, cool.
Yes. Yeah, because shields are a +2.
I can take the ringmail. I got a little bit of space.
Yeah, I can take the fire resistant one for 40, and that leaves me with 50 pounds left.
Okay, that gives you more space than me because it would leave me with
I
3
can take
pounds.
both ring mills if you want.
I think. Well, one's just mundane.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we've pretty much loaded up all the shiny shit, haven't we?
Yep.
Right. I'll take all the
yeah.
gemstones.
It's
There it is.
right now, not D&D. This is the other side of it.
On the table.
Do what?
The other side, people don't want to watch this.
By the way, Frog,
Yeah.
Khajiit did equip the magical studded leather armor. So if it's cursed, it's cursed.
What was the refresh my memory? What was the magic?
Radiant resistance. Even though he doesn't know what it is, he just put it on.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, all the magic stuff's cursed. We're all
So
fucked. It's great.
as you put it on, you feel your body start to disintegrate.
All right.
Basically, Wrath put on the plate, and his body starts to like rust and decay.
There was a
He becomes a zombie.
No
there
wrath.
was an ant.
So are you guys done with the loots?
They're just missing the gemstones, right?
Yeah, the two gemstones. How much were they worth?
Yeah, I know we had come up with a weight scale for it. What was it?
Well, there was a tourmaline and an amethyst.
We were
Did
like-
it not have a price tag on it?
I might have overlooked where it was posted.
What was the weight we went off of? Like so much gold for so much worth, it was weighed so many pounds or something.
One
Oh,
second.
something to do with diamonds, didn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically it was anything. It was, I think, 8 of anything valued under 100 would equal a pound, as they are small gems, and then 100 would be the 1 pound, 200 2 pounds, 300 3 pounds, 400 4 pounds.
Okay.
I like to keep it as simple as possible, you know.
Yeah.
As far as magic items, no, glance. I know I have it. I'm trying to remember where I put the master document for your loots. Ah, here we go. The gems, the gemstones. The amethyst is valued at 100, but that's out of character knowledge, so that would equal a pound. So 1 pound for that. You're looking at, what was the other one?
Tourmaline, I believe.
Tourmaline. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. That one also is 1 pound, as it's sanctioned out for 100 gold.
Yeah. Once we get to like a safe spot, I can use my jeweler's kit and
Correct.
officially
And it shouldn't be that difficult.
find
Yeah.
the price for it. Yeah.
Alrighty, I think that's all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So who's taking the gemstones? Wrath, right?
Yep.
'Cause he has to take it.
I have like 3 pounds left that I can carry, so yeah, I can take one of them.
Throw him on Anatana's back.
Yeah,
Can't I carry like all of us?
Onto the pack mule.
yeah, I have 50 pounds to go.
So Jane, let's have you
Okay.
carry them.
Yeah, I can carry them. Here, I'll just
Yeah.
I'll just add them to my character sheet.
Yeah.
What is it? Tourmaline,
Don't ask me how to spell it. And then
Close enough.
amethyst.
1 pound. And then amethyst, 1 pound. Alright, there you go.
Now we're all gonna die because we gave Frog an extra 30 minutes to prepare.
To plan our
Honestly, I needed a little bit of a breather, so I'm okay with it right now.
As we've played stocking and shipping. It's
So
like being at work all over again.
you guys are solid. You guys are ready.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, ready to die.
I mean, unless anyone wants copper, then I can carry 50 pounds of copper.
No, I'm good.
So, I made our announcements. You guys did your loots and stuffs. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So last we left off, you guys made it down the vault side of the catacombs or basement area of this this golden palace. You come across some rooms, investigate an interesting little cupboard that was potentially hidden behind a statue of well craftsmanship. After investigating it, you realize there was nothing inherently special about it outside of its craftsmanship. It appeared to have held something at some point, it specifically unbeknownst to you, as there was a square indentation in the felt that was lined on the inside. Moving on through, you come across a kind of like a, I don't want to call it a barracks, but clearly some sort of a dormitory for newer recruits, which you swiftly executed. Making your way towards the vault itself, opening the door, using the key, which disabled the trap on the door. You open the door to the vault, and shimmering all around, you got a decent chunk of change, just kind of lying about, strewn across the floor. The vault itself, although the yield was plentiful, it does appear as if the vault was more full at some point in time, fairly recently perhaps. But upon investigating this mysterious chest in the corner with this kind of radiating light on the outside, or at least through the seams of it, Jane, going to investigate, comes to the realization that this fancy mirrored box treasure chest thing tried to eat her. And turns out to be a mimic. Following the combat with the mimic, a defense system, we could call it, in the shape of a mechanical cobra snake, falls from the ceiling, which the team promptly also destroyed with some degree of relative ease, especially if you were a caster in that scenario. Filling your pockets and anything that can hold weight, you decide to loot as much as you can, and as you begin to push your way back outside, or at least beyond the door frame of this vault, screaming, crashing, and banging can be heard. Moving closer, you came across the sound itself louder, more distinct. You've come to the realization at the base of the steps that it sounds a lot like Zarkul, and you could hear a beating being thrown to Zarkul as he cries out and shouts to the opposing voice in the room, which sounds deep, dark, with the knowledge that a potential friend has been, or is being in the process of interrogated. Emotions take over, and a charging freight train of a warforged slams through the doors into this massive golden reception area of what appears to be some sort of a church. A lot of the engravings on the outside seems to depict Helm as a primary deity here, but everything's trimmed in gold. Even the benches have golden padding on it, like golden thread padding. The door frames intricately cut and marvelously sculpted to depict these, very godlike pictograms, and what looks to be these fantasy-type battles of gods fighting evil entities, etc., etc. Hearing the name Ethor spouted out by a choking Zarkul, the Warforged Wrath and Ramil kick the door in and begin making haste into the primary area, the meat and potatoes of the cathedral, as pews line the walls, and down the hallways there's pillars that are emanating this torchlight, as the torchlight reflects off of the gold surfaces, the stained glass on the outside shining through it, kind of a sunlight, but a sunlight covered in like a sand dome as the light peers through. The stained glass itself is intricately cut and fine and very, very colorful. As the two enter in, the rest of the party making their way to the door frame itself, looking in, you would all see I'll even put his picture up because I want to refresh everyone's memory. Please hold. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Did you turn the stream on?
I did. A while ago.
Okay, just making sure.
Actually, George was like, the stream's not on, I need to watch.
Of course.
But a figure standing on the altar itself. On one side of the altar, his hand stretched out in this kind of a shape. And about 5 to 6 feet away from him, Zarkul, in a kind of like this forced choke kind of posture. As you enter in, this black armored, long greatsword clad individual looks at you guys and cracks a half a smile, looks up. You don't see what he's looking up at, but he asks, "My lady, what do you wish of me?" And she quickly responds, "To dispose of them all." With a snap, Zarkul's neck can be heard cracking through the entire cathedral, and with a forced push, throws Zarkul's body through pews as they shatter and kind of fall over. and smash to the side. It is at this point that we go into initiative. So feel free to get your initiatives going, boys and girls, as I get our map up. Boom. Let's get our music going. Last night, the music bot was not working, and it was quite a source of frustration. Let's see if it wishes to work tonight. It's working so far. But let's really check, shall we? I'm gonna have to delete.
It's gonna be a great night, guys.
We're all gonna die. Yo,
Ramil.
this is cool.
Ramil, do you and me do rollies? What do we do here?
What's your modifier?
Same as yours.
Oh shit.
Roll these.
so.
Roll these.
Holy.
You roll a d20 there?
Yeah, I just rolled a d20.
I mean, I think you can add Dex tiebreaker to initiative in the settings.
Well, they have the same decks.
I got a 10, so you're going first.
All right.
So, but you just put yourself like 0.5 above or something. I don't know.
All right, let me know when you guys are ready with your initiatives.
Well,
Killing Khajiit.
So, once again, point of reference, the assumption is that Wrath and Ramil would somewhat be in this room at this point, as they did kick through the door. So everyone would be behind, just for sake of ease on the models, let me just delete this door to make it a little bit easier for placement, and you can feel free to make your tokens match the size of the squares. That would be also fantastic.
do you have centering on for the
I could
models?
absolutely get that going here. Let me just update the grid to where it needs to be. Options, grid. Grid needs to be 2.0. Second here. And center. All right, try it now. It should fit.
And just to remind you, I did cast Expeditious Retreat on myself.
I remember that. I reviewed before we started.
All right, I just linked the spell in the chat again.
Okay. Let me take a look real quick here. It says it lasts for up to 10 minutes. Let's just say you got 9 minutes left, which is irrelevant because I'm pretty sure this battle will be over in 9 minutes.
Yeah, I was just making sure to say it to remember myself too.
No, I got you. I appreciate it.
That'll be over in 10 minutes. Lasts 2 hours.
So, before battle starts, I wish you guys the best. Let's see how. Let's see how this goes, guys.
We're in danger.
So, rolling initiative in 3, 2, 1.
Jesus?
Oh, that's Fate's new character. That's my oversight. 1 second. Fucking Fate never.
God dang it, Bobby.
It's pronounced Jesus.
Yeah,
When did Fate die?
He walked off.
Juice us up.
Fate decided to go with the elves back to the homeland.
Reen on Thursday.
Reen, yes.
Oh, Reen. Okay.
Fate on Monday.
You guys are fucking scaring me, man.
Asher 2.0. What's that?
Oh yeah, it's my fault.
Asher 2.0.
Forgot to put my new Asher models thing on.
Yeah, I can fix that. Where are you?
Should we be up against the Baroness?
Yeah, maybe. I'm looking for Asher's 2.0 model so I could turn it off real quick.
Oh boy.
There
So
it
guys,
is.
this is gonna be a great time.
Anybody else?
I think we're good. That was just funny to see.
All right. So, as you enter the room, and Zarkul gets chucked across. It is clear to you the setting. So once again, the setting is very much a golden church. You have idols, you got pillars. It's very high class fancy up in this bitch. The ceiling itself, as you look up, it's extremely high. You're looking at like 100-foot ceiling, dangling, or at least appears to be floating, about 70 feet off the ground of your location, or at least your ground level, about 70 feet high. There seems to be this iridescent, glowing orb that seems to be floating, basically where it is on the table. But once again, point of reference, it's about 70 feet high. This orb seems to have this cloud of sand that seems to kind of swirl around it. And periodically these beams of light kind of come through, making it very clear. In fact, it reflects off the golden surfaces here enough that you would see like pew, 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 pew. You would see the reflections of light sporadically, almost like a strobe in a way.
Does it look like a projectile, or does it just look like light coming from the inside?
It looks like light coming from the inside. Like if you were to put your hands over a flashlight and then move your fingers around, you know what I mean? That's kind of the effects that we're going for there.
Maybe it's the thing that controls the magic that protects the city.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Nevertheless, you would hear, "My love, please, take care of them quickly and get me the seed." And that takes us to Khajiit. By the way, you hear that. Unfortunately, you don't see it.
That's alright. Well, I guess I'm still going off the notion that I heard Zarkul in there, so I will 15. What is that? I can't see.
Right in front of me is another 15 feet.
Okay. So 30, 40. I'll bonus action dash. And run right to where I see the pillar, or the pews.
Let me make the squares a little easier for you to see. I feel like there might be some complication there. Hold on. Is that better?
That's perfect.
Yeah, that's good. So I'm gonna go right where the pews are all smashed up, and I'm going to check Zarkul's pulse.
Absolutely. Give me a medicine check, please.
13.
As you kind of run through, you kind of dodge around Wrath, and you literally like slide to second base into between these pews. You quickly put your fingers into a pulse identifying position. Through the fur, he looks awfully banged up and smashed. As you kind of move his head and rock his head to the side quickly, you can't seem to find an immediate pulse.
Khajiit can't find a pulse! Naked one! Check this out! And, is that... I assume that was my action?
Is Jane naked one?
Jane's naked one.
Got it.
I think I'll reply, "I'm not naked anymore."
Awesome.
Shut up, naked one! Get over here!
I felt like there was a question in there for me. I may have missed it.
Was that... I assume that check was my action?
Yes, the medicine check would have been your action, correct. But I am giving you half cover from behind the pews.
Yeah, I'll just hunker down behind the pews, and that'll be my turn.
Absolutely. Ramil, you are up as you and Wrath smashed through this door. What is Ramil going to do?
Bonus action, use my last blade song that I've been saving up.
You're going to use your what?
Use my last blade song I've been saving up.
Okay.
So,
is that an action or a bonus action?
Bonus action.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do.
You know, I think I'm going to make it a requirement for you to actually find me a YouTube video of your blade song. And you're going to have to sing it if you want your blade song to happen.
I mean, I sent you the song before, but
I gotta find it.
and then I'm going to use one of my beads of force.
So, have you identified this thing already? I believe we've said that these are unidentified items at the moment. There hasn't been any lull for you to identify it. As much as I know how excited, you're welcome to add a. I mean,
Trial and error, baby.
you
Trial
know,
and error.
you're welcome to experiment with it. I mean, you obviously know what it is, so if you throw it, it's going to kind of fall into the metagaming thing. I'll leave it at that. So what do you want to do?
How about this? Just so I'm not metagaming, since I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Would you allow me to roll an Arcana to see if I think this is a weapon or not?
I will give you an Arcana check, but it would be your action, and I will absolutely verify and validate that question
Gotcha.
for you.
Nope.
You look down at it. Outside of knowing that it's magical in nature, the unknown nature of it is foreign to you, and you're unsure its use.
Gotcha. Well then, I was looking to Khajiit. How is he? And that'll be my turn.
Beautiful. And by the way, Ramil, thank you.
No, yeah, I don't want to metagame it also.
I appreciate you. As Nieth looks at you, he points to all the room and begins to laugh. Which one of you has it? He puts his great sword into the table he's standing on, and it pierces through like 6 inches. And he holds his action. Wrath, you're up.
I am going to move forward 30 feet. And then bonus action dash because of Expeditious Retreat. Doesn't get me quite in range with him, but that's good enough. I'm going to cast Firebolt at him.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll.
Actually, no, I'm going to do Ray of Frost.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Does a 15 hit?
With a 15, as your Ray of Frost looks like it's about to make contact with Nieth, it bends and kind of reflects off of him about an inch off his body and into the wall behind him.
Wrath is just going to let out a, just scream of anger and just stare at him with, the dark red eyes.
Awesome.
Just pissed off.
Awesome. Motete, you are up.
Spiritus Draconis.
It's funny, is I've heard these spells enough now that all I got to do is hear you read it, and I know what you're doing.
I love that he has Latin for it.
Yeah, love it.
I'm going to send it over here. Let's see. Can only go 60 feet. Drop from there. And then I'm going to go in the room.
Right to that point, Joseph. Right here, stop.
Oops. Come on, 30 feet. There we go. Let's see.
So, dexterity saving throw because you're doing which breath now?
Oh, no, well,
Did you get it?
it's just... Is
Or
she
are
there?
you just charging it for now?
That's Zarkul. Who else is in there? It's
Khajiit
just
and
a
Ramil.
No, I mean targets. There's just the one dude, right?
All that you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
see at the moment is the dude on the table, Nieth, correct.
And a floating
Okay.
ball of whatever.
And the ball above you,
Okay.
correct.
All right. So I don't have enough movement to get in range for the. Actually, no. I'll throw a firebolt at him.
Okay, make it happen.
Ignis Esperante.
Wow.
24.
With a 24, your firebolt heads right towards center mass. and kind of just dissipates over his shoulder, and he goes, ugh, for 3 damage.
End turn.
Alright, so 1 second here. 1, 2, 3. His armor already being black. If it was a different color, you would see a little bit of a singe on the outside plate of his armor. Jane, what you gonna do,
right.
sister?
Let's see. Let's move 30 feet here. And I'll use my action to interact with my ring and cast Divine Favor.
Okay.
It's a concentration up to 1 minute, and until the spell ends, your weapon attacks deal an extra D4 radiant.
Your attacks or a certain person?
My attack.
Your
No, my
attacks.
attack.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
And that's my turn.
Why don't you show us what that looks like here as you kind of touch your ring and you speak into it or you begin to cast? What does it look like? What happens?
She does like she does a quick prayer, and then you see like radiant light go and cover her warhammer.
Amazing. I'm going to say that the ring also glows as you do this. Good stuff.
Right.
Would that be your turn?
Yes.
Anatanda.
Alright. I'm going to go ahead and move up 30 feet, and then I'll use my action to dash another 30. And that'll be my turn. Wait. It was right there.
Okay.
Yep. That's my turn.
Fantastic. As Nieth is pointing around, having held his action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anatanda, you are number 1. Ramil, you are number 2. Khajiit, you're number 3. Motete, you're number 4. Jane, you are number 5. Number 1.
Does Wrath have a number?
Oh, Wrath would be number 6 then, I guess?
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was just
I
checking.
apologize. I rolled a 1 anyway. Who was number 1?
Anatanda.
Anatanda, give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh shit.
See them, Joseph?
Oh boy.
All right.
Nat 20.
Fantastic. As you begin to feel, you kind of you feel your weight, but then you feel your weight like lighten up a little bit as if you were floating. But you kind of hunker down and your body regravitates itself to the ground. What's taking so long, my love? You hear echoing from the top chambers. As you would all look up, there's like a balcony about 60 feet ahead that trims the entire outside of the shape, but 60 feet above you. You don't see where it's coming from, but you definitely hear as if there's a presence on that balcony. And the balcony itself is like 10 feet off of the wall, all the way around the outside of the room. Make sense?
Are the walls?
Like the roof, the ceiling, the balcony.
It's like a balcony that trims the room, so
Okay.
it's like a shelf that goes around, but it's 60 feet, but it's a path. And then
Yeah, I got
above
you.
that is the cathedral ceiling.
Okay, gotcha.
Like an observation deck.
Are the walls completely like flat, smooth surface?
It's flat, and then it'll be flat up until the 60 feet, and then the 10 feet in, and then, you know what I mean? Like the
Okay.
balcony.
No, that's what I was wondering. I was wondering if there's like anything that I could get my claws into.
Yeah.
But if it's smooth surface, then
Now, these pillars do go all the way up to the ceiling, just so you're aware.
okay.
All right, so, get them and find that seed, my love, as you wish, my lady. Khajiit, you're up.
All right. Well, I mean, kind of close. I'm trying to avoid metagaming. Does the short bow that I picked up, the +1 short bow, does it look like it's gonna do
It's
damage?
definitely looking of some sort of a quality. You being a thief and all, and having that kind of eye for stuff. This is a fancy short bow. It definitely looks like its craftsmanship was someone used love when they made it.
All right, fuck it. I'm gonna pull it out and steady aim shot at Nieth.
Absolutely. Make sure you're using your +1 property on that. Okay.
I am using +1 property. Okay.
Yeah, I mean the bow is it's a masterwork bow basically. With the 25, as you fire. Yeah, you know what? He'll take it. Boom.
17 piercing.
17. As the arrow chinks into his armor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. Boom.
Naked one. Hooded one. Somebody check on familiar one. And that'll be my turn.
All
I'm
right.
not naked anymore.
Ramil, you're up.
Okay.
I'm down, buddy.
I'm gonna go up here, 25 feet. Gonna cast the Mind Sliver.
Okay. That's an intelligence saving throw, I believe.
Yep, TC 13.
With a 21. You fool, I can't be played with brain games.
Did you kill him?
No, it wasn't.
Would that be your turn?
And I'm just gonna move behind him.
Okay. Nieth is up. Anatanda, wisdom saving throw. As you see Nieth, my lady, assist me. Roll a disadvantage.
Oh boy.
The suspense is killing me, Anatanda.
Sorry, I was AFK.
That's
What do I
okay.
need to do?
A disadvantage wisdom saving throw as you see this beam of light shoot directly at Nieth from the balcony.
You got this, man.
A 17.
Once again, you feel your body weight lighten up, but hit the ground and out of character, fuck you.
It's all that loot weight weighing down.
It's all the loot.
Wrath, you're up.
All right. So, can I move up and jump on? How high up is this table?
It's a table. It's table.
Would I be able to get up there with him?
Yeah, on the other side.
No, I meant would I be able to get up on? So I'd be able to get up on the table, like.
Yeah, on the other side of
him
him.
and Ramil. Between him and Ramil.
Sorry, I'm trying to get the game. All right. Now that I'm up there, Wrath is gonna look him in the face and yell and try and punch him in the mouth.
Punch.
Here comes the boom.
An 11.
An 11 as he peels his blade up off the table and doesn't even point it towards you. Kind of like he's like a giant dagger, but he just kind of bing, kind of bats your fist away.
Wrath is a little blinded with rage right now. So that'll be my turn.
Okay. Motete.
Did somebody kill you?
Okay. I am going to send in the Raven. It's got lightning breath. It's going to do like a little strafe run.
Fucking carpet bombing.
I like it.
So
It's okay if you have to hit Wrath.
He goes there. At least 15 feet away. And then he's going to fly and hide in the corner.
Absolutely. Perfect. I rolled a, what's your DC? I got a 16.
14.
14, so half damage would be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what element was that, just for my own shits and grins?
Lightning.
Lightning, thank you. All right, would that be your turn?
And,
Oh, nope, go
and
ahead.
then I'm going to move up so I'm close enough for a total of a dead. Whoops. Sorry.
What, that they's trying to kill the party? Oh no.
It's turn.
It's kind of laggy for me over here.
It was being like that for me
It's
too. I think
spiked.
it's connection. Yeah.
Well, okay. All right, there. Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. Oh, good. Oh yeah, 17. As
Okay.
you dong, you're just like the other idiot. You can't get into my head.
End of turn.
End of turn. Jane, you're up.
I will move. Oh my god. 30 feet. And I guess I'll do a medicine check on this body here.
Sure.
Because the Catman wants me to do it.
Sure.
6. Natural 1.
You don't feel a pulse. You know, it's you know, you try to dig your fingers in the fur, and you can't seem to get a pulse going.
Alright. That's my turn. I can't find a pulse.
Anatanda, you're up. Oh, go
Alright.
ahead. I'm sorry.
He's dead. Leave him.
Go ahead, Anatanda.
And I'm gonna move up. No. No. All right. I'll move right here and.
Oh no!
I'll bark at him.
Oh shit! Someone take a picture of the table real quick. Apparently, tabletop just crashed.
I got it.
Oh no!
Oh shit.
Oh
I'm gonna
no!
Fuck.
Gonna DM it to you, Frog.
Thank you. Please remember where you are on the board, guys. Please, please, please.
Yep.
I'm right beside
Well,
the jackass.
I'll just put it in general then.
I remember where I am, so. It's all Anatonda's fault.
I know, man. I approached him too quickly.
Like, oh man, you better slow your roll.
Luckiest fucking disadvantage save in the world, by the way.
17.
Luckiest.
Let's go.
Double 17s.
I mean, a previous game I played, a guy was attacking at disadvantage and got two nat 20s on disadvantage. So, and he did that 3 times that fucking session too. Somehow.
Fucking lucky. Alright, server should be back online.
Not good. We can kill Frog.
Yeah, the tabletop simulator servers tend to poop out every once in a while.
Especially on Tuesdays.
Every Tuesday.
Maintenance day is what the game, what I'd seen before in the global chat thing.
I'm still waiting to be kicked out of the main menu.
I had a force close.
Yeah, I had to control delete that shit.
Alright, server's back up. Let me prep the table back the way it was. Alright, guys, cool. So, oh, please tell me I have this bitch on here. Damn it, you mother Hubbard. Alright.
Did we lose the techno light?
It shouldn't be. Please hold.
Your ball thing isn't.
Did it not save? Fuck it. You know it's there.
I'm helping place people.
Thank you.
Okay, cool.
Alright, back in business. And I
Then we
believe
need to make people
the familiar was on the shoulder of this idol over here.
Yep.
It seems
Yeah,
like the grid is off.
Hand is.
Oh yeah,
the
I
snapping
gotta
for
redo
the grid is
yeah,
up.
yeah. Da, 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 da. Tools, when they work, they're amazing. Boom. Okay, and now options, grid 2.0. Grid should be fixed in about 30 seconds or less. And center, boom. Okay, grid should be good to go. Everyone should be back to normal at this point.
Okay. And I think everyone's in their position.
All right. And I believe it was Anatonda failing a wisdom save, right?
Yeah, he aced that wisdom save.
So
I think
moved.
Anatonda got a critical hit.
I moved here, and then I guess I'm going to. I'm just gonna use my action to dash.
Anyone take a
behind him.
picture of the initiative order by chance?
Oof.
Did I get that in there?
I know The Baroness had 17, and I believe
I don't really care about the
Baroness,
number. I just
Khajiit.
want to know order of op here. So,
Baroness, Khajiit, Ramil.
Yeah, Baroness 17, me and Ramil at 15. Then it was
Baroness. Hold on. So who was
13.
first? So Baroness was first, then Khajiit.
Baroness, then me, then Ramil.
Khajiit, Ramil. Okay, who else?
Nieth.
Nieth, thank you.
Motete, Jane, and then me.
Tete.
No, it was,
No,
it
it was
was after Wrath was after
Yeah,
Nieth.
Yeah. Wrath was before Motete.
All right, so I'll put a little arrow here, and I'll put a W for Wrath, and then Jane, and then Anatonda. All right, that's the order. That's fine. All right, cool. Good save, guys. Good save. Okay, so Anatonda, I'm sorry, buddy. You're up.
So I moved here with my 30 feet, and then if I moved pretty much here, it's gonna knock me over. But if I move here, would that give flanking to?
It'll give her a
Wrath?
+1 bonus, yeah.
Okay. And I'm standing in that one spot right there. There we go.
All right, beautiful. Would that be your go?
Yes.
Glorious. And that takes us to the top of the order. My love, be careful. And you start to hear a humming coming from the top as these 3 green missiles poof, 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 fly down. 1 to Wrath, 1 to Anatonda, and 1 to the Raven Familiar. And we'll do it in that order. Magic missile. 1, 2, 3. 3 to Wrath, 4 to Anatonda, and 2 to the Raven.
All right. He did.
Boof, boof, boof. Thank you, my lady. As you would see a hand coming over the balcony, who seems to be charging a purple ball in her hand. And that would be her turn, which takes us to Kay. Who is Kay? That's
Khajiit.
Khajiit, you're up.
You said these pillars go all the way up?
They do. They're about 100 feet tall. Out except for the ones that are here. These ones are only up to about 60 feet because they go into the bottom of the balcony that we were discussing earlier.
Okay, and the balcony's like on like the...
Let's just say
outskirts of
10 feet off of the edge of all walls.
Okay, so it's only like 5 feet between this pillar right here.
Yeah, reasonably.
And I saw those magic missiles come down and a hand over there.
Correct.
Fuck it. So it's 100 feet up?
100 feet up.
Khajiit will go stop that bitch! He's going to... Bonus action and feline agility up for 120 movement speed.
Jesus.
Up, straight up. His climbing speed matches his movement speed.
She's fast as fuck, yep.
You fucking... I don't even have a word to describe what just happened there. Now, here's the thing.
No, there's 2 of them.
You do have a climbing speed, and I'm going to honor that. But these pillars are made of solid gold. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, sorry. When you described it before, it seemed like they were climbable. What do you need?
I'm debating...
And the other one.
Because you're using your feline agility, so I will give you an acrobatics with advantage. And this is like a sheer gold thing. The only thing that's saving grace right now is your claws and the fact that there are seams where all the metal plating is. And I'm going to say the seams are every 2 feet or so, which is reasonable for you. So
Okay.
give me acrobatics with advantage to get your full movement. B to 13. Yeah.
30.
You scale up as you find those notches, and you get all the way to the ceiling. You would see, as you get to the ceiling, a woman, and actually she's over here technically.
bruises right on my body.
Who looks a lot like this. You're welcome to hold the Alt key on her to see a better picture of her. As she's holding out a current purple ball. On her, in her other hand, actually, and I can show you this. In her other hand, this is great. I love OneNote. In her other hand, she wields a dagger that looks a little like this.
Special dagger.
The eyes of the serpents on this dagger, they glow green. Would that be your turn, Khajiit?
I still have an action.
Okay. Now, mind you, you are hanging on a golden pillar.
It was about 5 feet from the balcony. So once I got like above the balcony, I was going to hop off onto the balcony.
Okay. That's fair. I'll give that to you. As you could slide down and kick off. I'm okay with that. That sounds fair with your agility. So let me take the Baroness down to size, and I'm going to put her here. But her being here represents 60 feet above on the balcony. Actually, technically, she's here. Okay.
I can't move my guy. Oh, there we go. All right, so I'm like right over here then. So that would be 50 feet. I'll take out the short bow.
Okay.
And give her a shot.
She is behind a semi-wall, as it is a balcony that has, you know, this. So I'm giving her half cover. So it'll be a -2 to your attack.
Shit. 7.
As it just shatters on the impact of the golden surface.
Alright, and that will be my turn.
Alright, next up we have Ramil.
Okay. He's not happy. He's gonna go right here and take 2 swings at this bitch with his short swords. Or the scimitars, I should say.
Make it happen.
First one with an 11 to hit. Ah, shit, I still haven't made though. So this one has a -2 technically, but... So a 22 to hit.
With a 22, your blade slashes under plate thigh.
And that's only 6 damage.
6 damage, roger that.
Yeah. Sorry, I have not adjusted that one yet. For the offhand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, would that be your turn?
Yeah, he's just yelling out, "Forzar cool," and just that's it.
Alright, N. Who is N? Nieth. That was Nieth.
Yeah.
Alright, Anatonda. Milady, again! Go ahead and give me that wisdom save with disadvantage.
A 9 and a 9. Okay. Okay. What do I?
You feel yourself get lifted up into the air about 5 feet, and with a cackle, your body flies backwards through the shattered pane of, through this pane of glass, shattering as your body leaves the cathedral for but a moment. I'll show you, you abomination of a machine. As Anatonda's body, after hanging outside the window for a good 5 seconds, you hear coming back through the pane of the same pane but higher up, with an attempt to smash into Wrath. I'm gonna go ahead and what's your AC, Wrath? 22? Like it's something ungodly, right?
22. Yeah, it's 22.
All right, so we'll just do this then. With a 21, Anatonda's body would bounce off of you and kind of do that little 360 spin that you see in the movies onto the ground. Anatonda, however, you will be taking some damage as a result of being tossed out and back in. Please hold. The real Dungeon Master would have had these dice out by now. As Anatonda, you smack through the windshield, the pane of glass. You'll take 4 slashing damage as that. You'll take 3 slashing damage on the way back in. So 7 together, plus an additional 4 as you smack into Wrath's body and slam onto the floor.
All right.
So what was the total of that? 7 and 4 is what, 11?
Yeah.
All right, boom. And you will be rendered prone at the moment.
Okay.
All right. Now, what to do with you pests. Who has it? And Wrath, you're up.
Wrath is going to drop his shield, and you see the other hand get covered in like become more bolstered like usual. And I'm going to try and punch this bastard twice.
Make it happen.
So my main hand, nat 20 for 26.
Whoa.
Absolutely. And do your offhand attack.
For a total of 13 thunder damage with that first attack.
Mm-hmm.
Offhand was a 7.
Offhand. The offhand did not make it, but that first one clocks him square in the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. When you hit him in the face, he literally goes like this. And just looks right back at you.
And I just glare back at him and yell because Wrath is just pissed. And I'm going to use half my movement to pick my shield up.
A small trickle of blood starts to hit his upper lip, and he licks it away.
And I pick my shield back up and just get ready to go at him. And he now has disadvantage to attack anyone that's not me.
That's perfectly okay with me. Awesome. Fan-fucking-tastic. Motete, you're up, buddy.
Mora Toronto.
Oh, shit.
Man.
That is the wisdom save. Boom! As he seems to be distracted, as he's licking his lip, your bell tolls into his guy's fucking ear canals, rummaging and just rattling. You see him twitch a little bit. What's total damage?
2.
2. Woof, high roller. 1, 2.
I like how the D8's been rolling higher than the D12
Right?
on that.
Yeah. It happens.
Would that be your turn?
It's such a crazy swing.
All right. That takes care of you. Now we're going into Jay. Or no, that was one. Yeah, Jay, you're up.
Okay, I will move. Wait, I can't see how much is this.
That's 30 right there.
It's 30 right there.
All right, cool. And I'll use my action to interact with my ring. Use the last spell in there to cast Bane on Yeth.
Okay. What does it
He needs
do?
to make a charisma saving throw of 13, and if he fails, he has to subtract the d4
From like every roll, isn't it?
from every roll, from attacks
Like
and
we're-
saving throws.
It's like reverse plus.
Yeah, with
Okay,
an
well, I'll pass
with an
anyways.
18, unfortunately, your spell takes no effect on Nieth. He doesn't even acknowledge your presence.
Yeah, and my other spell ends because that was also concentration.
Okay. Fantastic. Would that be your turn?
Yes.
Anatonda.
I would stand up, and then I'd imagine I'd have like some like shards of glass on me, and I'd brush them off,
Yes.
and I would cock a smile, and then I would just run in right here, and fall over. No, and I'd run in right here next to Wrath, and I'll take a swing with the battle axe
Get it.
Gonna
for
ask him a question.
25 to hit.
25
yeah.
to hit
For
as
9
9
slashing.
slash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Your battle axe bink into his leg. His armor takes the brunt of that force. You see his leg twitch inward a little bit as he gets ready to bring up his great sword. Would that be your turn?
That would be my turn.
All right. Starting with the Baroness up top, who
For me, Joseph.
throws this purple orb down at Nieth, and his body around the outside, like a shell around him about an inch, starts to glow purple. On her dagger, the dagger itself begins to glow green as she seems to be prepping for something. That takes us to Kay.
I'm going to take a steady aimed shot at her.
What does steady aim do again?
Gives him advantage.
Oh, fuck yeah.
7,
15.
15?
A 15 misses as it slams behind her, just whizzing past her head. She ducks down tighter behind the balcony, just keeping the
that'll
top portion of her head up.
That will be my turn.
All right. R. Ramil.
Okay, 2 scimitar hits.
Make it.
He's gonna move a little bit to get a little bit of flanking. Why not?
One more over and you'll have flanking.
He already has thinking with Anaconda.
Oh,
with
yeah, that's
Anaconda,
Anaconda. Sorry, I forgot Anaconda was there.
So
Wow, rude.
got a 25 for 6 slashing.
Love you, Anaconda.
With your blade slashing, you said what was your number? I'm sorry?
25 for 6.
25.
And then offhand would be 16 to hit.
The 16 doesn't do it, but the 25 definitely just slides through as you see your blade hit the purple, and just the tip of your scimitar kind of gleams through, catching open flesh between metal plates.
Okay, and that's gonna be his turn.
All right. Enough of you pests. You will live if you tell me who has it. He brings his greatsword up and begins to cleave down onto Wrath. A 22 and a 24.
They both hit the 22, just barely though.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Let me just read something real quick. The first one slams into your body. The slashing damage alone, the first one hits for 14.
Okay.
The second slash, as he comes across your midsection, very fancy-like, it seems to crackle purple off of his blade across your midsection for 15.
Okay, so that's 29 points of damage so far.
And the crackling off the blade shoots. I don't know if you're susceptible to psychic damage, but if you are, you take 6.
The only thing I'm resistant against is poison.
Poison, right? Okay, I just wanted to make sure because the whole robot thing.
Diseased.
Gotcha. All right, so 15, 14, and 6.
All right. I'm doing math real quick. Hold on.
It should be 35.
30. Yeah. So you're down to 1. Or
2. 2. He has temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah, down to 2.
Oh,
I can't understand
sorry.
you.
This will be a lot easier if you just give me what I need and what she desires. That takes us to Wrath. You're up.
Wrath, feeling that hit, is but he's still pissed, and his fucking killing protocols have kicked on. He just starts cackling from it, and he's gonna punch him again.
Ooh, get it.
I mean, the guy did just kill like his best friend that treated him like a human. For a 19.
A 19. As your fist collides, the shield goes bzzz right in front of his face, and it looks like your fist did not push past the force field around his body.
All right. If I move, he gets an opportunity attack against me.
I believe it still has disadvantage, is it not? Or does that go away on your turn?
It goes away at the start of my turn.
Oh,
That's
okay.
okay. Let me double check if it's the start or the end of my turn.
Well, even
Yeah,
still, it would have
it's
been on
start.
you anyway, so I don't. It's disadvantage if it's not you.
Yeah,
is
it's
that correct?
disadvantage on anyone
Okay.
else. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Fuck it, Wrath is just gonna stay there. No, I will try and move.
Okay. Naturally,
Just to, straight back.
as he just kind of cleaved you down and then sideways, he's going to try to swing around and come around. But you just
you move
dive
a little
off the
closer?
table. You just dive. What? I'm sorry.
Motete gestures to Wrath to come
Gotcha.
closer.
Okay, then yeah.
He kind of swings at your head, but you just dive off the table, and the blade just like if you had hair, you'd be losing some of it.
And then I will use my bonus action because I still have oh shit! I need to make a con save to see if I still have Expeditious Retreat up.
Okay.
How does that work? Because it is a concentration spell.
It's per damage source, but I think 2 technically, because it was
Okay.
hit
Yeah.
twice.
I think it's DC 10 or the damage you take.
23 for the first con
one.
save.
That passes.
9, so I would have dropped it.
Unfortunately, you would have dropped that last one, yeah.
Okay, sorry, I'm new to the whole
That's perfectly
concentration stuff. Then yeah, I would have moved in a direction towards like Motet.
That's fine.
I guess. So like right there.
Okay. I was here. I'm here.
Yeah, I would have moved there.
All right, cool. And that takes care of Wrath. That brings us straight back to Motete.
Tete is going to run over, whip out his healer's kit, and do the healing action.
I just imagine for you healing Wrath, you just have like super glue or something. In your
He's over there just like whipping up some Bondo real quick and
duct tape?
yeah, duct tape and Bondo together.
So that's 8 plus your level, so 12.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Every little bit helps, man. Every little bit helps.
Just slap that duct tape out there. There you go. You're good to go.
That's my turn.
All right, that takes us to Jane.
Let's see here. I will Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. That's a dexterity save, if I remember correctly, which
Yep.
I rolled a nat 20 on. As your Sacred Flame hits him, but you see it just dissipate around him and it just fizzles away.
All right, and then I will move over here. And that's my turn.
Got it. Out of sheer curiosity, who does have the seed? I believe it's
I think
Motete,
it's
right?
Wrath.
No, I think
Jane
Motete has
has
it
it.
in his robe.
No, I don't have it.
I think Motete does have it.
Motete, it was like shining through his robe.
Like it's a small little light
Yeah,
source.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew Jane was the one that grabbed it, but I didn't know if she handed it off to somebody.
All right, so that takes us to... Was it Anatanda's next? Let's do it, Anatanda. What are you going to do, buddy?
I'm gonna go ahead and I'll do another two-handed swing with the battle axe
Okay.
+1.
for a nat 20. Let's go.
Fuck yeah!
For 17 slashing.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, guys. He's yellow. As you smack your battle axe into his hip, ooh, he's starting to show, like it cracks through, like mystical glass shatters as your axe whoosh, hits him square in the hip. He makes a face. He winces a little bit. Would that be your turn?
And I would just look at him and say, "That all you've got for me?"
Yes. Love it.
Next up, we have the Baroness, who's on the top, looking at Khajiit, aiming bow at her as the dagger begins to brighten and really start to swell. You dirty cur! As she what?
Do I get the same AC that she gets?
Not at all, because magic missile does not miss.
Oh, well, there we go.
And she will actually upcast that.
Shield.
You made me stop for a second. Is that a thing?
Because there's a feat he could have taken to get spell slots.
3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As this boom, 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 these massive green chunks of magical balls just flying in random directions. They weave together, boom, as they hit. That's going to be 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 3 is 10, plus 2 is 12, plus 5 is 17, plus 2 is 19 damage. And it just kind of random smacks all over your body.
Hey, you bitch!
You bitch. That's fantastic. As she will then go back down. My love, please hurry. As you wish, milady. And that takes us to Kay.
So you said the balcony goes all the way around, right?
It does. It does.
All right. So if I were to run up and around where like Nieth is, if I were to get to where Nieth is and look down, is Nieth there?
He would be under the balcony, as he's 10 feet from the wall, and that's exactly where the...
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I was just looking for clarification there. All right, so I will feline agility.
Fuck feline agility, man.
That
So
was only one
there's
turn.
80. I'll bonus action dash. You know what?
Shooter.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot her. Can I lean out and shoot from there?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, she's actually taking cover from where you were, so you're kind of coming up on the side, so she's not going to have any AC bonus.
God, you're so fucking fast. That's insane.
It is insane. I should have made the map
That's like-
bigger.
Jesus Christ.
All right, this is just normal because I can't take steady aim. Here's short bow.
He's being
21.
A 21 as your arrow thunks into the side of her body.
For 6 damage.
6 damage. You son of a bitch. 1, 2, 3,
does-
4, 5, 6.
You don't get
Does-
the sneak attack.
No, I don't have advantage. There's nobody around.
Oh, I thought you did the steady aim gives you advantage.
No, I can't move to do steady aim.
Oh, okay.
And I moved a lot. Does that do anything to the purple glow around Nieth?
Absolutely not.
All right, I was just curious. Fuck you, bitch. And that'll be my turn.
She winces in pain, and she actually is like holding on to where the arrow. Oh. That takes us to Ramil.
2 scimitars. 19 to hit.
A 19 as the. Actually. Yeah. The
For
19
6
hits.
slashing.
For 6 slashing, as the purple field doesn't seem to be around him anymore.
And then
1,
for
2,
offhand, 11.
6.
So nothing.
No, that one gets parried away by this really shiny, silvery kind of weapon he's using. Would that be your turn?
Yep.
That takes us to... Oh, Nieth is up. Oh, boy. What is Nieth going to do? So I've already indicated that these golden planks are like 10 to 20 foot cross sections. So what Nieth is going to do is raise his hand and make a fist. You all would hear the sounds of crumbling. And I need Wrath and Motete to give me dexterity saving throws and roll over 13.
Could I give Motete advantage if I sacrificed mine?
do you mean?
I already rolled it. And
Okay, never mind. I didn't see it already rolled it. Never mind.
No, but even still, I want to hear what you're proposing in the event that we go across this again.
Just if like Wrath saw that, instead of him actually taking his like saving throw, if he just pushed Motete to kind of help get him out of the way.
Oh, like basically, there's an argument for that. There's an argument for that.
He wouldn't take his dex save, but to help try and give someone else.
That's
advantage
very
or something.
creative. I like that
Yeah.
idea. I'm gonna say if that was what was gonna happen here, I would be okay with that. That's cool.
Okay, I didn't see Motete had already rolled.
No, that's fine. That's
but-
fine. No. But for future reference, I think that's fair. I like that a lot. As you guys can definitely, as you see this golden metal plate getting ripped from the ceiling, coming down, getting ready to crush you guys. You go both dive out of the way 5 feet. I'm gonna say that this represents where it's falling. You are welcome to move 5 feet outside of that cube or that square where the metal plate, as it crashes, boom, makes this amazingly loud sound, and then the stone structure behind it is crumbling a little bit, and you get like pelted with little pellets in here and there from the ceiling as it smacks. Nieth will take one swing as he does this, and then he kind of down at Ramil. With a 14 to hit, doesn't do it as Ramil kind of capoeira blocks, parries that thing. Beautiful. That takes us to Wrath.
I am actually going to use my action to use the scroll of healing of Cure Wounds.
Okay.
And try and heal myself.
Sure. Give me 1 second. Cure Wounds is a level 1 spell. Am I mistaken? Somebody keep me honest there.
Level 1.
Yeah.
Level 1. So here, just once again, for learning experiences, here's what we're going to do. And you are proficient with Arcana, so that's not going to be a problem.
Yes.
So it'll be DC 12 plus 1, 13. So if you roll a Arcana check of a 13 or better, the scroll will work as intended.
Okay. 25.
Boom. You pull open this, and fortunately for you, this scroll is written in Common. By the way, language is a thing going forward. It is written in Common, fortunately for you. And as you begin to read it, the scroll begins to lighten up, and it shatters into pieces. And these pieces kind of go out and start pelting you all over your body. And everywhere it hits seems to be where wounds are. And it just magically begins to kind of glow and sort of seal slightly.
Okay, and I couldn't actually find like a scroll of Cure Wounds on Roll20. So would I just roll like a flat D8?
Cure.
And then no modifier on it?
1
Because
second.
I have the spell, but I imagine it's different than...
It's a D8 plus the modifier of who made the scroll.
Correct. So you know what we'll do?
Okay.
Why don't you roll me a D4, and that'll be the modifier, and see who the spellcaster was.
Okay.
Oh, lucky you.
Shit, yeah. So it's a D8 and then add a 4 to that.
Correct.
Nice.
So 10 healing.
Beautiful. See, I love seeing scrolls, man. Not many games use scrolls. A lot of people disregard scrolls, and that's why I love this Arcana check concept. But yeah, man. All right, cool. So would that be your turn?
That was just my action to
Yep.
do that. I'm gonna do something stupid.
I love it.
I'm gonna use my movement because Wrath is still pissed off, and try and move back to Nieth. That was just 15 feet, I believe.
Okay.
I'm going to drop my shield and bonus action try and punch him with an offhand attack.
All right. You go with a jab.
A 12.
And a 12 does not do it, as he kind of goes and kind of pushes your hand away psionically.
All right, and then I'll use the other half of my movement to pick my shield back up.
Okay. That takes
that'll be
us.
my turn.
That takes us to Motete.
Ready, Infirmatrius. Come on, work.
All right.
Unfortunately, your spell reflects off of his armor and smashes just over Ramil's head.
And a turn.
All right. Jay, you're up. Naked one.
I'll walk up and I will smack him with my warhammer, hopefully.
And you get a +1 as we're flanking.
Alright, I'm pretty sure 8 does not hit, so I will end my turn.
An 8 does not, as you slam onto the table. Boom! Some of the parchment and books that are on the table kind of fly in some random direction. And Anatonda. Will lightning strike 3 times, Anatonda? We shall
I don't know,
see.
let's see. The answer is yes.
Anatonda doing work, smacking into this guy's plate armor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That was
Would that be your turn?
Yeah.
My lady, assist me! I'll be right there, my love. She... Oh, what the fuck is she gonna do? She's got a cat chasing.
It's a literal cat and mouse, little cat and snake. Khajiit's over there like a mongoose, just trying to.
The problem is that this is a distraction that I didn't plan for.
You didn't plan on our cat running 100 and whatever fucking feet up a wall.
Straight up.
Yeah, he just fucking Usain bolts up a wall. Does like 3 backflips onto the balcony.
She's... what the fuck is she gonna do, man? Really fucks up my strategy.
There's a dog behind you, and I got excited.
So, you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. She's gonna upcast Magic Missile again.
Oh boy.
Steve, that
Fuck
face
this
is
cat.
great.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, alright, so what we got here? Let's see. 5 plus 5 is 10.
Oh.
Plus another 5 is 15.
Oh.
Plus 2 is 17.
Oh.
Plus 2 is 19. Plus 1 is 20. Really?
Oh my
Really, dude?
God.
You have a healing potion, right?
I do.
Okay, thank fucking God.
So, this magic missile, even though you're kind of using the pillar, there's just enough for you where she can focus in. Boom, 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 and it literally, like, spins you with such force. It almost feels like your shoulder got redislocated. Again.
That's a throwback.
Ouch.
Oh, shit.
And Hats, she's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. My love, one of them is up here. Be weary, my lady. Okay.
Could you?
That's what I do.
I thought you were saying
This is
okay.
over.
I'm reading the health potion, so 44 plus 4. Alright, I will use Thieves' Hands to use that. 4d4. Oh god. So 7 plus that is 11. Boop. Okay. And
oh, you're right. Thank you for keeping me honest on that, Asher.
No problem.
And actually, technically, it would have went around, so it would have been 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's just say she would have been right around here. Technically.
can I still see her?
Yeah, I mean, you know where she went. Yeah.
Alright, she's still in range then. I'll keep using the short bow. Just a regular attack.
Okay.
No steady aim.
Can you steady aim since you didn't move?
I used the potion.
Oh, okay, yeah, you used your thing to...
Does a 13 hit?
A 13 does not, as your arrow just flies past your intended target.
Okay, and there's no cover between me and her right now, right?
At the moment, no. But it's not that far to get cover. But at the moment, no.
Sorry, what do you mean?
She's in the open for now.
No. Like, if I were to move anywhere in between here, there's no cover for me, right?
No. The balcony would be... Yeah, no. You'd be out in the open.
Okay, so like if I move here, like she can still see me and whatnot. All right, so I'm just gonna hunker down right here then.
Okay, and now there is a balcony there that wraps, so you could technically duck behind that if you're looking for cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Gotcha, and technically you'd be here. Oh, shit. Come on, you fuckface. Come on. Oh, come on, autosave. Stop fucking with me.
I just assumed that the pillar went all the way up.
No, these pillars at the wall, the one with the balcony, they stop at the balcony.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's fine. It really doesn't change anything.
Yeah,
whatever. You're
I'll
there.
just be, I'll be
Yeah,
there.
it is what it is.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right, cool. Ramil.
Hey, scimitar it is.
Scimitar again. Make it happen.
How about a 22 to hit?
A
For 6
22
damage?
absolutely does, as you're just chinking away at this guy's ass armor.
And then offhand, 16.
The 16 does not do it. My lady, I could really use you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That'd be my turn.
Hearing that, Wrath is just gonna be like, no one's coming.
You will die like our friend did.
All right, that takes us to... Oh, it's Nia's turn next. Yay. I'm sorry, were you done with your turn, Ramil?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
He just says that you'll die like our friend did. So.
Wrath is just like the scene from South Park. I didn't hear no bell.
Oh, God, who's pissing me off more?
Don's been fucking him up.
Yeah, this is definitely not going as I had planned.
I was almost turned into a human cannonball. Okay.
Really, though, you've been coming in clutch with those hits.
He's gonna take his greatsword as he spins to try to take Ramil's head off. A 22 and a 21.
Yeah.
The first slash catches you just across your chest for 14 slashing damage as the purple crackling does 8 additional psychic damage.
Shit.
Okay. Then your second is the critical.
The second would not be a critical. Because I already called it and rolled for it, I'm not going to change target because that wouldn't be fair.
No, that first one brings me down, so the second one does 2
What are you talking
2
about?
deaths for me.
The first hit, knocked him unconscious.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So this next strike would give you an automatic death save. Correct.
It'd be 2 because it's a critical because you're within melee range.
No.
Yeah,
That's not the way death saves work. No. When you're on the floor and you take a physical hit, you only get 1 death save. It doesn't take into consideration the prone effect. I know what you're saying. Unfortunately, that's not accurate. So for every additional attack you take beyond your health, when you're unconscious, is just 1 save. You don't automatically, unless I roll a critical, different story. But no, this is just 1 death save as he stabs down and trying to finish you off. So you have an automatic fail.
Gotcha.
All right, and that takes care of that. And oh man, he really doesn't like being here right now. Fucking bitch, protect me! Oh man. He's got to do it. He's got to do it.
He's trying to move?
I'm thinking about it. I'm strongly considering the possibility of moving.
There's a lot of.
I know.
Right.
I'm well aware of my situation.
Do it. You're gonna get uppercuts for days.
Oh,
He's got good armor, just moving.
Hit.
fuck
There's
you.
no guarantee we'll hit.
You know what? Nieth is gonna stay, hoping his lady helps him out. Yeah, he's not an idiot. So, that takes us to Wrath.
I'm gonna try and grapple him.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I have 1 charge left in my armor, so
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna try and grapple him and use my last charge of my armor.
Absolutely.
All right, athletics, right?
It would be your athletics versus my either or, and I'm going to also use athletics.
Okay. So that is an 18, so I add +4 for my intelligence.
Absolutely. As you attempt to grab him, how are you attempting to grab him?
Wrath is just, since he's up there with him, he's just diving forward and trying to bear hug him.
Fantastic. And once again, grapple's grapple, but for flavor-wise, sure. Bear hug is all about it. And you successfully wrap your arms around this individual under his, you wrap your arms under his armpit, so his arms still have movement, but you're completely grabbing him.
Squeezing him,
Stuck.
and I yell at Anatonda to just hit him. And if I can, I want to try and pivot to just get him to where
We could flavor
can I
that.
move with him?
We can
Yeah.
flavor that. That's fine.
To try and just push him closer to Anatonda.
Sure. That's beautiful. And he's struggling. He's... Milady!
So, I don't know if you attack someone that's being grappled, does that do anything?
No.
I don't remember how that
Not
works.
yet.
Okay.
If they're pinned, that's a different story.
Okay. So yeah.
Which takes us to Motete, I believe.
Okay. I'm going to run over to Ramil. And
That's a statue, by the way, just so you know. That's a legitimate golden statue there, so that's a tight squeeze.
okay.
So just for flavor purposes, let's just say those two squares are difficult terrain based on where your party is.
Okay. Then I think I can stop there.
Okay.
Yes.
Ooh.
Fuck yeah.
So 14.
I'm guessing that you're going with Ramil on that one.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Ramil, you're knocked unconscious. You have a blade wound in your shoulder, like just below your shoulder, as it's the stab there. But you wake up, and you're staring at a golden ceiling, and some stained glass shatters.
Okay.
Would that be your turn, Motete?
Yep. And he says to Ramil, "You're not done yet. Arise."
Jay, you're up.
Alright. I'll swing at him with my Warhammer.
Get it.
Does a
And-
19 for 3?
A 19 does because of the flank. Boom! As your hammer smacks just between his shoulder blades, just over Wrath's arms
Alright.
for 3 bludgeoning.
And then as a bonus action, I'll use Harness Divine Power. I believe it's a bonus action. I touch my holy symbol, utter a prayer, and then I can regain 1 level 1 spell slot.
Beautiful. Get it.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
Does
James.
he still have that +4 as well, or whatever it was?
No, he broke concentration on that earlier.
Oh.
Yeah.
Motete, you got a question?
Oh, that he. I thought James cast a spell that gave him a D4 to damage.
Yeah, he willingly broke concentration on that like 3 turns ago.
Okay, sorry.
He broke concentration to try and cast Bane.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right. This combat's going interestingly. Anatonda, you're next.
So seeing Wrath grab him, Anatonda's gonna drop his battle axe.
Okay.
He's gonna take a deep breath. Run a second wind here.
Fuck yeah.
And then what was that? So a total of 8.
Okay.
Yeah. Your fighter
All
level, right?
Yeah. And then I'm gonna pull out the war pick that I just found from the other room.
Sure.
And I'm gonna swing at this like the pointy end straight into this guy's gut
Get it.
Fuck yeah.
for a 13. For
Boom! As your war pick, the pointy side slams into the altar, and gets stuck temporarily as you work it out, and eventually, bink, pull it out of the table.
That's my turn.
All right. That takes us to the Baroness is next.
Check. Can y'all hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sorry.
My love! As a purple orb shows up in her hand yet again and hurls it down, slamming into Nieth. This purple shield, this purple aura shimmers around Nieth. She then begins to move to duck behind the railing for coverage from Khajiit.
Oh, okay.
She
This goes
holds
to you.
She holds the dagger up, and all you would see is the tip of the dagger, Khajiit. but there seems to be a green beam of light, a small little laser beam of light, as she points it towards the orb on the ceiling.
I was about to say she's trying to distract the cat with a laser beam.
She hollers down at Nieth. My love, Plan B. As you wish, as you will it, my lady. And that takes us now to Khajiit.
Okay. So where she's at right now, is it like an L shape where she's at? Like the railing? Like, is she getting
I know what you're asking. Just give me a second. So, sorry, it's going to be very crude. Work with me here. Like, very crude drawing of the balcony and tent here. But that's kind of what you're looking at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this is like way off, but you know what I'm talking about. It's like...
No, it's fine. You just verified me to do something stupid.
Always do something stupid. Like,
Alright.
Stupid seems to be working, so...
Yeah, our dumbass ideas have been working, and it's great.
Alright, so there's 40 movement. I didn't move last time because I took the potion and did attack. So feline agility. And I'm gonna shove her.
You're gonna shove her?
I'm gonna shove her.
Okay, off the balcony, I'm guessing?
Off the balcony.
Okay, that would be the same grapple rules, except you're using the push the push command. So go ahead and
14.
roll your athletics of 14. Oh God.
Did she fail?
I'm about to find out. I haven't rolled yet. I'm praying.
I hope you roll a nat one.
Yeah, and you know what? It's probably gonna happen too. So what's better, my athletics or my acrobatics? Acrobatics, all right. 22. As you go to push, but she kind of like, while keeping the dagger pointed at this big orb in the ceiling, she kind of like bats you away, but she seems to be really focusing on keeping that laser on. You see this orb start to kind of swell and start to hum.
Okay, we already found out the outcome, so I'm not going to use inspiration. But I am going to take out one of my daggers in my belt, and after I fail, I'm just going to try and slash her leg.
Sure.
For an 8.
Unfortunately, her robes spiral around her as if they kind of have a mind of their own, and you just catch cloth and don't exactly hit flesh.
Alright, and that'll be my turn.
All right. That takes us to Ramil.
How high up is the balcony again?
60 feet from the ground.
Okay. Does that include these raised areas, or?
No, let's say from the raised area, 50 feet.
Okay. Darn.
That's a fair question.
I'm gonna get back up, pick my swords up, and keep slashing at this fucker.
This fucking Blender. I'm gonna start calling you Blender.
Because he's pissed at this guy, so, how about, oh, sorry. But, 13 to hit for the first one. I need to take that whisper off.
That's fine.
I was all ready to make my death saves. Second one's for 7, yeah.
Nope. Unfortunately, you're feeling the effects of having been knocked out once already. Unfortunately, it doesn't fly as you just kind of bink, bink, and you're just missing and just biffing it completely. Would that be your turn?
My turn. Yep.
All right, Nieth goes next. Yes, milady. You see Nieth. You see Nieth with his sword in one hand and his other hand the other. He raises both arms high, and you all begin to hear as you see the entire ceiling start to crack and bend and flex, and he looks like he's getting ready to bring the whole ceiling down.
So he
Doesn't he
try
have
and
to break out of the grapple?
His hands are free. Grapple doesn't stop
He
you
did say it
from
was like a
being
bear
able-
hug.
Yeah, it was like he's giving a bear behind. But even still, grapple doesn't stop attacks or any kind of casting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Restraint
remember, we're
does.
flavoring
Okay.
the bear hug.
Yeah, and we said the bear hug went like under his arm, so
Correct.
Wrath is just like
Said
looks like he's trying to
intentionally,
give him
by the
time
way,
to
for this
maneuver.
reason. But
Yeah.
yeah, so as you see him start to kind of pull it down, the purple around him travels to his arms, and you start to see like extensions, this mystical extension of his hands, almost like you can physically see his psionic ability kind of pulling down, like Spider-Man flipping webs and just kind of yanking down. Whew. Yeah. That takes us to Wrath.
Wrath.
Thank you.
Can I still punch him while I've got him grappled?
Technically, yes. You
All right,
wouldn't.
well-
you wouldn't be able. You wouldn't be able to use the offhand attack because unless you plan on not maintaining the grapple. But you can do your main hand attack. Absolutely.
All right. I'll do my main hand and see. 12.
12.
doesn't
Unfortunately,
hit.
you're just so tight, and you got to try to hit him. And you just couldn't get enough force behind it as you just kind of plink onto his little mystical armor.
Then I will. I don't know if I should break the grapple. Fuck it. I'm gonna let go of him to try and drop my shield and offhand punch him again
Okay.
for a 7.
And you
So
go
no.
for a rabbit punch. Boom! But it once again hits that purple force field around his body.
Then I'll pick my shield back up and just stand there ready to go at it.
Fantastic. All right. Sure. That would be that. So next up, I'm sorry, was that your turn completely?
Yeah, because I'm not gonna move, because I don't want him to try and hit me. So
All right. Motete, you're up.
Am I able to see the lady, snake lady?
You know what? She's engaged. I didn't say she was ducking behind the post anymore because I would say you could probably see from her shoulder blades up. Sure.
I am going to fire a firebolt
Ooh.
at her.
Okay.
Ignis Esperante.
oh shit.
Something finally goes my way. Roll me 3d6, buddy.
We have, to be fair, we have had 2 crits on this
Look,
guy.
I'm
so
gonna
far,
tell you
so-
right now. You guys have no idea the work you're doing right now. I had a completely different vision for this fight.
I did too. This is going a lot better than I thought it was.
Nieth having seen you just completely biff a fireball, it doesn't even make its target. It just kind of just dissipates halfway through the air. Nieth kind of just looks at you with a cracked smile and makes you feel a little insecure with yourself. Would that be your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, Jay.
You just hear
All
Rat
right.
yell at you, Motete. You're
Since,
doing a good job.
Since Motete was able to see the Baroness, would I be able to see her too?
I mean, it sounds reasonable that you would have had eyes on. Sure. I mean, everyone is in combat, so everyone is
All right,
aware
I
of your
use-
surroundings.
Alright, I will use my inspiration and cast Guiding Bolt on her.
Oh,
go
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
A 23
Damage.
absolutely smacks her in her back shoulder blade for 13 radiant damage. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3,
Fuck
4,
yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Get her,
13. As the energy swells around towards the front of her, she looks at this and she's like, no! Oh! As you could just see it start to engulf her and she begins to kind of radiate. I believe the next melee attack is at advantage, right?
Any next
in
attack,
general.
period, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
I
So,
can post it in the...
what would you like to do left, Jane? Or is that the end of your turn?
that will be the end of my turn.
All right, Anatanda.
All right, here we go.
Nieth looks right into your eyes. As you miss, bink, and the war pick once again hits between Nieth's feet. You look up, and you start to see plates of gold loosen from the ceiling. And it looks to be like the majority of the ceiling.
Um.
Is that the thinking silence?
Yes. Sorry. I would like. Okay. So. I would like to. I don't know how you want to do this, but I would like to use my telekinetic movement to try and hold the stuff up
I'll tell you what.
until my next until my next turn.
I'm cool with it. We're gonna do it this way. So we're gonna make some rules up here. I am going to make it a test of wills. His psionic capabilities versus yours. So let's say psionic is psionic, okay? And I'm just gonna do a simple roll off, okay? So I'm gonna roll a d20 on the table, and you're gonna roll a d20 on the table. And if my d20 beats your d20, you're just not strong enough to hold what's happening. Sound
Okay.
fair?
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead on the tabletop. You could use the d20 roller. You want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You go first. You go
All
first.
right.
All right.
I just click this
Yep.
right here.
Come on.
Oh my god!
Looks like we're rolling again. All right. Here we go. Rolling again. Boop.
Just imagine like a vein popping out on Antana's forehead.
Ooh.
Oh shit! Come on, Anatanda! Oh!
So keep that in mind. We're gonna flavor that in a minute. Okay, we'll come back to that. But if that's what you wish to spend your concentration on, we'll call it. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Baroness is next. This is not how I intended this shit to go.
It never does.
That's what you get for killing Zarkul.
Just like before that, we're level 4 and we were completely tapped whenever we came in here, pretty much.
Fuck you, man.
Love you too, Frog.
Okay. Huh. She's gonna take that dagger of hers. This shiny serpentine dagger that seems to shoot lasers and have eyes glowing. Yeah, she's gonna fucking try to stab you with it. What's your AC?
17.
Where is my dagger attack? Where's my dagger attack? Somebody keep me honest. It's gonna be my dexterity proficiency, my proficiency plus dex, right, for my attack?
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you.
Or you can use strength. The dagger lets you use strength or dex.
Yeah, it's finesse.
So.
She's a mage, so
With-
she probably has higher dex.
She does very much so. So with a 21 to attack, what's your AC?
17.
Give me a Constitution saving throw, and you better roll high.
Boy.
Oh boy.
Hold on, inspiration.
'Kay.
Let's do this shit.
I'm looking
Come
for. I'm
on,
looking for.
20! Inspiration! Let's go!
Fucking clutch rolls, man.
I was not letting you have a second. I'm like, inspiration, that shit.
You take.
Frog loves us. You know
Yeah,
he
he
does.
does.
You take 7 piercing damage as you begin to start. You feel this blade
shit.
just slide in. You almost can hear the blade itself kind of like hiss and slither as it slides into you. You feel immense power in your belly, this radiating energy, like this dagger's got some fucking heft to it. As she pulls it out, the liquid and the fluid that gets pumped into you just kind of slides out of your body as you don't get susceptible to this thing's fucking poison.
She's trying to get me pregnant.
Dinner and a drink first, damn.
All right, so that
Wine and
takes.
dine, baby. Wine and dine.
You know what? She's
Come
got
on,
movement.
Khajiit.
She's got movement and bonus action. Hold on 1 second here. We might not be done here.
Remember, if she moves, your opportunity attack would have advantage.
Yeah.
Would that give you sneak attack on an opportunity attack?
Yeah, I didn't have sneak attack on my previous turn, so that'd give me sneak attack.
Fuck yeah.
I'm sorry, my love. As she begins to hold a purple orb in her hand. That'll be her turn. That takes us to you, Khajiit.
Khajiit.
Come on. Come on.
Fucking bitch!
Come on.
He's gonna draw his rapier and crit.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
That also crits your fucking sneak, too.
Oh god, for 30 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Shit. God damn.
Your blade slides in almost mortally as she desperately holds on to her belly.
Alright, so he has literally just taken his rapier out and just shoved it like right up her gut, and he's just snarling right at her face. He's gonna take his dagger out and come down in her clavicle.
Okay.
Come on.
For 14. I don't know.
14 doesn't do it as this purple orb, actually not even purple, she doesn't even need it. She's still charging the purple orb. Just slides through her robes, but you don't seem to get anything worth making purchase on.
And that'll be my turn.
Is she red?
Oh, she's not looking very good right now. 1 second, I had to change the track. For some reason there was talking going on in that song for whatever reason. That takes us to Ramil.
Okay,
Come on,
seeing
Blend.
this-
Come on, double crit. Let's go.
scimitar this bitch. 18 to hit?
Nope.
AC is 19, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a double crit.
Let's go.
It's fucking... Oh, what's the total damage?
Keep them coming.
It's technically only 5, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, because it's offhand.
Offhand, yeah.
You slide in. You see blood on the end of your blade. Would that be your turn?
Shit. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Fantastic. Awesome. That takes us to Niet. Who has... And as the ceiling begins to fall down... Now, let me just put this into perspective here. As the ceiling begins to fall, we're looking at an entire area... Oh, come on. The mother flubbered. Really? Autosave as I'm trying.
Holding it up.
We're getting there, buddy. We're getting there, okay?
Let him set the scene. Come on now. He's not going to fuck us over.
And you know what? Let's just do it like this. Like the entirety of that red. I don't know if you can see it all right. Maybe red wasn't the greatest color to choose, but
I can
as
see it.
and as it falls like 20 feet, you see Anatonda do what?
I would just take the war pick that I'm holding and I'd flip it almost like the top of it and then just slam it into the ground and like kind of like look up and then all like my like I just like am gripping the handle with both hands and then like just veins are just like straining and like coming up over my like the sides of my neck and my head, and then just like my eyes maybe will just be like, you see like pulsing purple, like coming, like sparking out.
Awesome. And every time it radiates, you see like the ceiling kind of go like a heartbeat.
First fucking time I died.
And Nieth is just trying to pull it down, but you're kind of like doing it back. Nieth looks straight at you. And that would be his one thing here. I'm going to forego and release that. Oh, my lady. It is time.
For Plan C.
If this if the seed cannot be reclaimed, then we must be rid of it. Do it now, my love. I will not forget you. And that would be his turn. Wrath, you're up.
I'm gonna do my usual thing. If I'm dropping my shield and just trying to beat the shit out of him.
Do it, Rocky.
I'm better than that. For a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
For 5 damage. And then offhand, a 7.
7 doesn't do it, but the 5 damage smacks him straight in the jaw. And he looks hurt. He's still technically yellow, but he looks like he's starting to take on some fatigue.
And Wrath is gonna pick up his shield and just, you should tell him you shouldn't have hurt my friends. And still just stand there ready to just beat the shit out of him.
Absolutely. That takes us to Motete. As you see Wrath fucking bah, bah, motherfucker, bah, bah, bah. Ah!
Basically.
Ah!
Get her.
You're up.
Fire another firebolt at the mage.
Oh, shit. She is hunkered down a little bit more, so, you know, she took a pretty serious fucking hit. So she would be effectively leaning down. So I am going to give her a little bit of an AC bonus if you wish to continue to shoot a firebolt at her.
Could you toll the dead?
I'll let you renege that if you want to, because I didn't set that scene.
She's
So
too far away from me.
Oh, okay.
I got better range with firebolt. No, then I'll toll the dead on the big guy.
Okay. Wisdom save.
For a total.
I rolled a nat 20. It's about fucking time.
Oh, it does 1 damage.
Damn it! All right. Would that be your turn, Motete?
Yes, tonight's not my night. Yep.
Awesome. Not your night, huh?
So,
Jane, you're up.
Alright, swing with my Warhammer, baby. Does a 19 hit for 5?
A 19 does smack. Boom! You're all just chinking away at this guy, man. He's taking hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is, you know what? He's close enough. I'll make him red for you guys. As you see, just the armor where all the hammers have been hitting. There's chinks from the axe. You know, his face has like fucking battery. He's starting to swell up a little bit over his eyebrow from the fucking massive gauntlet punch. Fucking Thanos his eyebrow. You know, like it's getting serious. It's getting pretty real. Would that be your turn, Jay?
Yes.
Anatanda, you are holding the ceiling from falling. If you were to break concentration or act, the ceiling would continue to fall.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna break concentration.
Oh shit. Okay.
What?
I mean,
So as you break concentration, we're gonna have to settle the ceiling first. You are aware of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everybody on the board. Dexterity saving throw.
I got a question for you, Frog.
Yes.
With us being somewhat under the balcony, do we get an advantage on that?
No, not at all.
No.
Nope. As this balcony's probably gonna go bye-bye. Actually, I gotta roll dex saves for my people too. We'll go with you
That
first.
one's that one.
God, we are rolling horribly.
Oh shit.
Okay. So, I'm going to say whoever rolled a 15 or better, you'll take half damage of what's about to happen. So, who rolled 15 or better?
Wrath rolled a 16.
Okay.
Jane rolled a 15.
Everyone else failed. My chick rolled that, and he rolled that. Okay. So, setting the scene. As Anatanda's eyes turn off, the ceiling comes screeching down. Now, I did say it already dropped 20 feet. So, we're taking into consideration it's an 80-foot free fall. Please hold.
So is that 20 feet for me?
We're getting to the balcony in a second here, because a lot of that balcony is going to be broken and battered and smashed, and it's just a matter of figuring out. Did you fail your deck save?
I did.
You did, okay. So, 80...
I'm probably going to be out.
7... Alright, so... Let's see what we got. Alright, guys. We have the following damage. So, we're looking at 9, even better, it's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, plus 5, 27 damage for all those that failed, as chunks of ceiling, metal, stone, metal as in gold, smacks and slams. The whole area is completely shattered and destroyed. The statues have fallen over. The glass on the stained glass windows, many of them are shattered just because of the pressure. Khajiit, I'm going to roll a d20 for the stability of your...
Frog,
Sorry.
I got a question.
Yeah.
What would I be able to do if I cast shield?
Let me think about that, because it is a reaction. That's a very possible thing you could have done. I will, with shield, I'll let you take half damage. That sounds fair to me.
Okay, and it was 25?
27 points, so half damage is like 13.5. Do we round up or down?
Always round down, unless you're doing like health rolls. You always round up for that.
Okay, so 13 points of damage.
Okay.
All right, Khajiit, I rolled a 3 for the stability of your balcony as you and Hatsi also collide with. However, actually, Khajiit, I'm thinking because you're 60 feet up, the initial damage for you would have only been...
Be a 20-foot drop.
You're right, and it would have only been 4 points of bludgeoning damage as that, but the fall itself, as you and Hatsi will tumble to the floor... we'll have to roll that separately because that's a different source of damage. You're 60 feet up. That is this. You okay, sweetheart? I could try that, but if I don't, I'll try it. Okay, love you.
Oh, I'll be unconscious. Will it kill me?
Probably won't. So 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 2 is 12 damage as you fall.
Okay, I'm unconscious.
And Hatsi as well would also take... Boom. Okay. Okay. And oh yeah, half damage for Nieth. What was the total damage on the ceiling fall?
27.
27, so 13.
13
Yeah,
half.
13 for half.
And you know what? Let's do a little bit of flavor here. Why don't you also, for all those that failed their dex check, let's also render you guys prone because let's be real, 100-foot fucking gold ceiling just nailed you all. So I'm gonna go ahead and say reasonably you'd be on the ground with that. That sounds fair to me. All right. Whose turn was that? That was
mine.
Anaconda.
So I believe it's still my turn.
Technically, yes.
So I would stand up with my out of the rubble with the war pick in my hand and seeing Nieth just standing there. I'm gonna go ahead and swing at him again.
I'm not supposed to drink alcohol.
A 22 to hit for would that happen to have any additional properties because of this war pick that I'm using?
It is a vicious war pick. I believe it's just one second. I gotta double check what I wrote for that. Vicious war pick 5e. Unless you know the answer and you could save me a minute or two.
2d6.
I'm looking it up right now.
2d6
on,
additional damage.
When you roll a 20 with this magic weapon, the target takes an
Oh,
extra
is it?
piercing. So basically, whenever you crit with it, it would do extra damage.
Okay.
But
So
you
then
don't
this
know
guy
that.
just
You're
took
just swinging.
11. Yeah, I was just swinging. So this guy just took 11 piercing.
Boom. Oops, shit. Boop, boop, boop. I gotta change my denominator. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Oh, as the spike hits, and you see the Warhammer pick go through the plate armor, and right around like just below the breast where you hit him, underneath it, you'll start to see blood trickle from underneath the plate itself and onto like over his greaves and whatnot, dripping onto the table. Would that be your turn?
I would like to use the other half of my movement speed to wield my shield.
Okay, you can do so.
And that's going to be my turn.
Hatsi, the Baroness, who stumbles out of the debris looking extremely fucked up, will take her dagger, blow Nieth a kiss. Forever in my heart, my love. I'm so sorry. And she points this dagger at the big bulbous ball in the ceiling of magic, and the ball collides with Nieth. Nieth, as it makes contact with Nieth, he hugs it in, and you start to see all the cracks and seams from Nieth start to kind of billow out and peer as bright light begins to radiate and swirl through all the cracks, as if his skin began to illuminate. And he begins to scream. You all feel this gravitational force pull you all around Nieth. Pulls you out from the rubble. And Nieth uses his psionic ability to kind of pull everyone together like a giant psionic bear hug. Now, my lady! A purple streak of light flies out of out of Hassi's hand and begins to kind of dissolve Nieth into radiant light, this purple radiant light, as it swells around you all, as if you're all encapsulated. Get out! As this purple ball of light, you all feel yourself inside of it like a balloon, and it streaks crashing through the side of the cathedral wall. You look down. You see the Golden Palace. As you guys become like a comet, flying about 50 feet off of the ground level, streaking across desert, over woods, over a forest fire,
Oh shit.
over trees and rivers and streams. Once again, 50 feet above the air, moving at almost the speed of light. Boom! And you crash. And that's where we're going to take our 10-minute break.
So
Damn.
we're past where we started at the refugee camp now.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
10-minute break, guys.
I wonder how close we are to Bastow.
Let me go ahead and put our BRB on, and I need to take a 10-minute break because I could really use a breather after this fucking fight.
Oh shit.
That was insane.
When are we coming back?
Let's call it. Let's just go straight up with a 40 after. That'll make it an 11-minute. So hopefully you guys don't mind the extra minute.
Sure.
Alright.
What is this heresy, Frog?
What's the what?
What's this heresy? I'm just kidding. 11-minute breaks.
So, good fight, guys.
Yeah. With us being completely tapped, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That was
Turning
fucking
off my
crazy.
camera for a minute. I'm going to use the restroom, and I shall be right back.
And then we sacrifice Wrath.
Wrath ain't looking too good.
Ramilla's down again.
Yeah.
So Ramilla's really pissed.
Wrath is at 11 HP. So like this 50-foot fall could kill Wrath.
Yeah. This will give me a death fail for damage, so.
Yeah, well, I have a healing potion on me, so I mean, you'll be able to get back up.
I mean, I also have one on me as well, so.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not too worried about everybody that's down because enough of us are up still that we can.
This
we can
brings
get
all of us
everybody
down.
up. Do what?
If this brings all of us down.
Yeah.
Because we're all pretty hurt.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. It'll be alright.
Then we all go down. And have to make the save throws to stabilize.
Fuck. Well, I have a backup character at least.
I have one in mind, I just haven't rolled the stats for him yet, so.
I have one in mind for this table. It's a Path of the Beast Barbarian.
Nice.
Yeah. He's
I
a
have two
half-orc.
different. I have two separate ones in mind.
Nice. It's either a Path of the Beast Barbarian or an Oath of Vengeance Paladin.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm not sure which one I'd rather go with because both of them are pretty cool. But I do kind of like the idea of playing as an angry bull man. Because the Paladin is a Minotaur.
Nice.
The Barbarian is a half-orc.
Yeah, I got a Palad Elf Drake Warden.
Nice.
Or a Grey Dwarf Rune Fighter.
Cool.
Which would be interesting.
Yeah, well, my fucking Barbarian will be kind of cool because he has I actually put Charisma, which I know is crazy for a Barbarian, but...
Or I might go with a really cheesy, awesome character. Just for shits and giggles, I might go with one of my other characters that I had. I had made him from a high level one shot, so I just have to knock his level down.
Yeah.
But
Neat.
a Turtle Storm Sorcerer.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, the two Barbarian classes that I like are considered like terrible Barbarian classes on like every tier ranking I see, but I don't care because I think they have really cool potential. The Path of the Beast Barbarian from Tasha's and the Tempest Barbarian, or the Storm Herald Barbarian from Xanathar's.
I've always wanted to play that one. The Storm
I
Herald.
think it's so cool. And I think they're both really cool, so I don't know which one I'd go with. I do like the idea, though, of like the whole Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing of the Path of the Beast.
Yeah, otherwise, my other options are a Deep Gnome Chronothurge Wizard. Because Chronothurge is so fun, man.
Oh, is that the thing from Explorer's Guide to Wildmount? From Critical Role?
Yeah.
Nice. I thought about making an Echo Knight.
I've played a Chronothurge once, and we only got up to like level 5. But man, his twice per day ability, man. Yeah. I frustrated the DM so much with it.
See, I want to play a wizard, I really do, but they're really complicated, so
yeah,
I'm off on it.
I love playing wizards, so
I'm.
But I don't play traditional wizards, if you can't tell.
Yeah, like I like playing the half casters because it lets me dabble in the spell casting, but it still lets me like hit things because that's what I kind of like too. I usually like if I play like video game RPGs, I always play as like a fighter. So I'm kind of like stepping out of that with my two characters for D&D. Of like Wrath is kind of a hybrid fighter caster thing, and then Asher is Asher is the first time I've ever played a somewhat stealth oriented character with the Gloomstalker Rangers. So
I know there's one multi-class combo I really want to try,
yeah,
but it's I don't know about it.
I'm honestly really excited to try out the multi-classing thing with Gloomstalker Ranger and Twilight Cleric that I'm doing with Asher.
You know what this would be?
What?
Oath of the Crown Paladin and Assassin Rogue.
Okay.
So like a royal assassin type of the guy.
Yeah, that could be really fucking cool. How many levels of each would you take?
And I haven't really built it out or anything, so I don't know.
Yeah, that could be cool.
But yeah, like a royal assassin, just.
Yeah. Steve, how you doing, buddy?
He's dying.
Either he's about to sneeze or he just took one hell of a bong hit.
Oh, that was a hell of an almost sneeze.
Hell of a bong hit. Got it.
I mean,
God. So that combat was fucking crazy,
dude. I thought I was gonna get fucked, and then I did get fucked.
Frog was freaking out, man. Frog was freaking out.
What's your dog's name again, Steve?
Tucker.
Tucker, you're adorable. I know he can't hear me, but it's fine.
I know, he's still adorable.
You need a better dog.
Fuck you.
You need to train your dog to play D&D.
What? I have a D&D dog.
Oh.
That's Shadow. Trying to show it to you. There's Shadow, baby. My big German Shepherd that's sleeping beside me.
Does anyone want to steal my pet? I don't want it.
Is it a cat?
What do you have?
New Zealand lionhead rabbit.
The fuck is that?
What?
It's a rabbit.
I know it's a rabbit. I've never seen one before.
It's a long hair rabbit. It's
Oh, nice.
And it's litter box trained.
That's cool. Rabbits are cool, but they can be mean.
Mine has turned two of my mouses into wireless while I was playing games.
Yeah.
So I now have a regular wireless mouse.
That's when you turn it into stew.
One of those mice, I was very tempted to because it was a razor mouse. So yeah,
no.
yeah. It ate the cord on my Viper. So.
Ouchies. I've got a Logitech mouse.
I now have the wireless razor mouse. So.
Nice.
I got Corsair over here. Is Frog back yet?
Not yet, I don't think. I at least haven't heard him.
I
think he's still smashing his head against the wall.
That was insane. Dude. That was a lot of fun.
What's that? You're rocking the Corsair over there?
No, Razor Naga.
Oh.
I'm a
Frog?
I'm a Razor Naga guy too.
Frog?
Corsair Harpoon.
What's up?
You might hate me, and
What do you mean, might? I already do.
Well, me and Susano can't do tomorrow's game. We have our brother's birthday dinner.
All right, family comes first, man. That's all right.
That's unacceptable.
I hate you. He does. He told me.
That sucks because
Yeah,
last week's session was fucking pristine, man.
Oh yeah, I was re-watching it. So I mean, my brother's getting 2 fucking birthday parties, which is fucking blowing me. He's 40 years old. He doesn't need 2 fucking birthday parties.
Yo, come on! I want a birthday party for my 40-year-old.
His fucking his wife threw him a birthday party over the weekend, and it was like a big event. And now we're doing like a family dinner. I'm just like, he's 40 years old. We don't need to do 2.
Sure you do. You'll feel it when you hit 40.
Shit, I won't want to go out when I'm 40. I barely want to go out now.
When I turn 30, we're all going to Vegas.
Wait, how old are you?
I turn 28 in May.
Jeez.
So I got 2 years, like a little bit over 2 years until I turn 30.
I mean, I turned 28 in October, so.
Yeah.
All right, let me get back to work here. Ow, baby,
We're
gentle.
gonna
That
go-
hurt. That really hurt. I was the heart.
Oh, don't be such a pussy.
You heard that, huh? They just
Yeah.
called me a pussy, sweetheart.
You are.
What? God, babe, not in front of the boys.
I want to
Babe, no.
I want to hear the shit that she's talking.
No.
So I imagine it's
No,
great.
we're good. All right,
So
guys. So let
let's-
me turn off my BRB logo real quick. And boom, and boom. And I think we can go back to our standard playlist here, and then we'll get ready to get going here. Copy link. Turning my head, sweetheart. Turning my head, sweetheart. Oh shit! I gotta turn off this. I gotta get rid of all this extra stuff now. I had
That's
to.
code for pull it harder.
That happens behind closed doors. All right, so
Kinky.
last we left off before break, an amazing battle ensued. Cathedral, unrecognizable. Unfortunately, you're not there long enough to assess the damages as you feel encapsulated by magic. You fly across the sky like a comet coming in through the atmosphere, flying over desert sand, burning woods, rivers, streams, a skull, a big giant dragon skull, as it slowly kind of, gets smaller as you get further away. Eventually flying over what looks to be some mountain peaks. And then, boom! Upon impact, you all fall to black. Everyone give me a Constitution saving throw. If you
Just
are
one,
at
two.
0 health, you'd be at 1 health at this point.
I rolled an 8.
Khajiit, you're the first one that wakes up. As you open your eyes, you see nothing but blank white. As you recognize that you feel like there's something white on your face, you kind of splash it off and you kind of rub it off, and it's cold to the touch. And it feels like it's making you sweat, but in reality it's melting as you peel off all this snow in your body. You sit up, and snow just kind of falls off your chest and onto the ground in front of you. You kind of do that doggy little... I do it now, but I have someone fucking with my hair. But you do that shake to get all the snow off your fur. Your fur kind of stands up as it's slightly dampened.
I did the shake for you.
You look around, and you don't see any of your cohorts.
Before I get up and everything like that, as I'm coming to, Khajiit's just going to be muttering, "Khajiit will kill you, you fucking bitch." I just wanted to throw that
That's
flavor in
fine.
there.
That's fine.
And then he gets up and does everything and shakes. Where the fuck is Khajiit?
As you look behind you, and I'll illustrate just for sake of the atmosphere. It's difficult to put it into 3D, so I'm gonna have to kind of draw it out for you a little bit here. And I'll change. Good night, Audra. Love you. As I'll use a blue pen for this. So I'm gonna give you the side view. Okay. So let's just say triangle represents mountain, right? And there's like ledges and stuff. It's a mountain, so it's not like directly. It's not this cliff, right? But on the side of the mountain, you look around. And it looks like whatever encapsulated you made like an indentation in this immediate area. The ball itself was maybe like 15 to 20 feet wide, 15 to 20 feet tall. So in the side of this mountain, you just see the rock kind of peeled away as if it got hit by a cannonball. And you would see signs of debris that would have shot out upon impact. But not knowing how long you've been knocked out for, you sit up, you don't see anyone around you, and you yourself are covered in at least 3 to 4 inches of snow. And all you hear is the sound of wind and snow kind of flurrying about.
Am I in the indent, or was I knocked away from it?
You're in the indent.
Okay.
Where the fuck is everyone?
And he's completely fucked up from like falling and being knocked, so he's just going to be like military crawling to where he can see like heel marks, I guess. Debris marks.
Yep.
Trails.
Motete.
And he'll.
I stopped you for a reason. Motete.
All right.
You feel a sharp pain in your thigh as Khajiit shoves his elbow into it.
Ah. Who is that?
Sorry, hooded one.
Mutete,
Are you
you're fully
okay?
covered in snow.
What has happened? Where are we?
Guess she does not know. Are you okay, friend?
I'm alive.
Khajiits. Probably less so.
Where are the others?
Khajiit was just starting to look.
We should
Anatanda.
seek them out.
Anatanda, you hear a commotion as you come to, and you hear what sounds like muffled talking as you lie under a blanket of snow.
I'm just gonna do like a Undertaker sit-up.
You do so, the snow just kind of rolls off your body.
My fucking head. Oh, God. Tal Rune, is that you? It's me. I couldn't stop it. I tried.
You gave a valorous attempt. We seem to have defeated them. Perhaps even saved the city.
Mutete, as you speak to Anatanda and give him praise on his exploits, you look down and your robes are covered in snow, right? But there's just one patch right over your inner pocket that seems to have already been melted off of the snow. Everywhere else, the snow sticking to you, except as one circular patch on that area.
I presume that's the seed, so I'll
It sure
take
is.
it out
Yeah.
and take a look at it.
You look at it, and it radiates multicolors and like pulsates as you hold it in your hand. The seed itself, it's like the size of maybe like a tennis ball, like a little bit less than a tennis ball, I should say.
Interesting. I'll just put it away.
Well, at least we still have the seed. Although,
Go ahead.
Good. I was gonna say,
although, doesn't do much good all the way out wherever the fuck we are. Where are the others?
Ramil,
Yeah.
you also wake up, except you hear voices coming from afar as you seem to have been spilt out of this crater a little bit. However, you find yourself fully encapsulated in snow.
I'll try to dig myself out. Look around for my bearings.
You look down,
And
You look down, and all you see are clouds. About a couple 100 feet below you. Your elevation seems to be pretty high, and there's some low-lying clouds. So all you would see is just snow in the air, what looks to be like a blanket of clouds that seems to encircle the peak of this mountain. And wind. You would look to your right, and about 25 feet off, you see Khajiit Matete and Anatanda chatting.
I'll just look over, yell at them. We need to get back. We need to save them, and just start walking down the mountain.
You broke up for me. I don't know if that was for anyone else. I don't know if I got a lag spike. What did you just say?
I just shout over to them. We need to get back. We need to save them, and just start walking down the mountain.
Save who?
Yeah, save who? Ugh.
Not New and the girl.
Hearing Ramil mention Nanu's name, you see Anatanda duck his head.
First, we need to know where we are.
Jane, you join by waking up tucked in underneath the crater in the snow. You seem to have landed in an already existing natural divot, which puts you a little bit deeper in the snow. You're cold, very cold.
Jane would get up, lie against the wall, and just take a breather. And yell like, "Hello?
Wrath,
Anyone there?"
Wrath, right next to you, you hear someone screaming, "Hello!" as you are also covered in snow and come to.
One question: are we all at 1 HP now?
Whatever the damage was, if you were 0 when you guys got teleported out of there, you're at 1 health. Outside of that, you could leave it where it lands.
Okay, I was just asking for that. Wrath is gonna kind of try and orientate himself. I imagine he's leaking some fluids, so he's gonna see which way gravity's taking it, and then start trying to dig out if he's covered in like a lot of snow. If not, you just see like one metallic hand stick up out of the snow, and he slowly starts pulling himself back up and just looks around to see where the fuck everybody's at.
You'd get an easy assessment, as the crater here can't be any bigger than about 30 feet. You're all generally within that area, as you see Ramil kind of pushing through the snow, and he seems to be making his way down mountain already.
Just a note, he'd probably be going real slow, stumbling, because he was on death's door multiple times, so...
Wrath is just gonna sit up, kind of just raise up out of the snow and look around and just be like, all right, who's still alive? And he's gonna look around for the jackass that teleported us here. Do we see any remnants of Nieth?
There is a lot of snow around, so I'm willing to let you give me an investigation. At disadvantage because there's a lot of snow everywhere. And debris.
Sorry, and sidebar, I was multitasking. Did we find Jane, or no?
Everyone has woken up at this point.
Okay.
And as you kind of sift through the snow and you kind of scan around, there's nothing that inherently jumps out at you, whether it's because of just the snow cover, the situation where you are. I mean, there's a lot of factors involved, but there's nothing that you can see in the immediate area that would pique your interest in that regard.
Okay, then Wrath is just gonna slowly get up and start walking to where the main party is gathered. And like helping Jane up since we were close beside each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so as you huddle all together, you feel the wind and the crispness in the air. It is pretty cold out here. Those that are not insulated with any kind of winterization, you would start to feel the wind chill, just kind of, whoo, and you definitely start to feel the tips of your fingers getting really cold. The joints in the machine would start to slowly freeze, and you have to kind of periodically move it to keep them loosened.
I think we need to try and move down from this mountain. Someone go get fucking Ramil. His Wrath just kind of holds his head.
Khajiit's still on the ground, and he's like flinching at every snowflake that's hitting his face because he's never seen fucking snow before.
Wrath will walk over to Khajiit and just be like, "I know you don't like this, but he'll kind of like pick you up a little bit, like usual."
Can we take a short rest before we start moving down the mountain?
Is that a DM question or a team question?
Both.
I am pro short rest.
I agree.
Yeah, I could say you guys can share dialogue for 10 minutes and gain the benefits of a short rest, sure. At this point, though, Ramil will be 10 minutes down the road, down the mountain.
Well, before we start resting, Wrath would try and call over to Ramil to get him to come back over here.
Ramil,
No,
you
can't.
hear your name being called from behind you a couple feet.
He just keeps repeating the same thing. We need to get back. We need to save him as he keeps walking.
Wrath will set Khajiit up, kind of, and just like, "I'll be back," and gently pat you on the shoulder and walk towards Ramil and just grab him.
As you walk towards Ramil, you have to kind of high step it.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's actually hiked at the top of a snow-covered mountain before. I have. The snow is deceptively deep, especially in certain areas. It can go anywhere from like 1 foot to 20 foot of snow, depending on the situation. So you're high stepping, and it definitely feels like 1.5 foot of snow at its bare minimum where you're walking through. As you push through the snow to get to Ramil, you catch up to him as Ramil's travel is very weary, maybe even somewhat of a limp, because he did get fucked up. You would absolutely catch up to him, and as you gesture towards him and kind of tap him on the shoulder or what have you, you say,
Ramil, yes, we need to get back there, but we can't fight right now. We're all pretty messed up, and we don't know where we are. We need to regroup and then figure out what we're going to do.
I'm not going to freeze my ass up here.
We just need to catch our breath. You are pretty fucked up, and I'm imagining he's just like covered in cuts and blood and everything else. Khajiit's pretty messed up. We all took a beating. We need to just take a breather, and then we'll move. Come on.
Well,
and
you guys can rest, and I'll meet you down.
Ramil, quit being a stubborn jackass. You can't save the world on your own.
I don't need to save the world.
You
Just
aren't
the ones I care
shit.
about.
You've almost died twice in the span of minutes. Just, let's go back to the group.
in fact, Ramil, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
I'm all for that.
Okay.
Fueled by anger.
And what color are you currently, Ramil? Because I believe last time we were
I'm
fucking
still
around that
summer.
you were summer, right?
Yeah, still summer.
Are you resistant to cold weather conditions in summer or no?
No.
Okay. Continue. I apologize.
I just keep saying, like, I'm not going to let anyone else die. And if I die, then I can join my friends.
You're no good to any of us dead. We need to stick together. You need to quit wandering off on your own. Let's go back to the group, my friend.
I think we should keep moving. We're just gonna freeze up here.
We are going to keep moving, but first we need to go back to the group and just gather ourselves and come up with a plan. You can't just start walking in a direction. You have to have an idea of what we're going to do.
Well, down seems like a pretty good direction, and I don't think we want to go up here.
Wrath is just going to shake his head and walk off. Done trying to bash his head against the wall.
Absolutely. As you make your way back to the party, Ramil, I assume you keep on walking down?
Yeah, he's being stubborn, but like I said, it's a real, ragged walk. He's probably fallen a few times, and...
Wait, could I just try and pick him up?
I mean, he seems like he's being stubborn. Just,
Yeah, Go.
Let him go.
Mocheche ponders why here, like why this location, and he starts to try to see if there's like something like some magical ruins or something like that nearby, or like something that kind of would stand out of the ordinary.
You look
Like,
around
he-
and I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish your sentence. I apologize.
No, he's just, he's just thinking like, why were we transported here of all places? And so he's trying to be very observant of his environment.
I mean, I don't know if that's a DM question or you just give me inner monologue.
That's inner monologue.
Inner monologue. Okay, just wanted to make sure. As you ponder this, you hear the sounds of as Wrath is making his way closer to you.
What's the deal with the annoying one?
Wrath just sits down with a sigh. He's bound and determined to go off and try and save them, even though we don't know where we are. And can I look around and just try and see where the sun is or the moon? I don't know what time of day it is.
The time of day itself is, there's still some light in the sky, although there is snow around, so it is a little difficult to... Motherfucker. It's a little difficult to assess specifically where the sun is in the sky and yada, yada, yada. I'm actually, as you kind of peer around, I have a picture that I'm trying to get in here to give you an idea of what we're looking at here. So it's kind of like the view you're going for, right? You guys are above the clouds. Mm-hmm. You seem to be at the peak of the mountain. It's a little bit cloudier than this picture depicts, as well as snow. And it's not like a full-on snowstorm blizzard, but it's enough to, only give you maybe about 2 statute miles of visibility in all directions.
All right.
When would Khajiit have regained consciousness?
I don't understand the question.
Like he was out cold, like when he got catapulted. When would he have came to again? Like during flight, after flight?
If you were knocked out before flight, I'm gonna say you're probably knocked out for the ride, and then came to when we discussed.
Okay, and that's gonna go into what I was gonna go to next.
Okay.
Does anybody even know where we are right now?
Since I was conscious during the flight,
you would have seen everything.
Yeah, so would I know at least kind of roughly what direction we went from the temple with the landmarks you mentioned that we flew over, of like the dragon skull and stuff like that?
I will pull up this map, and you're more than welcome to use it to triangulate all the hints and stuff that I gave you on the flight.
Where would the dragon skull... Because we know where Brecca was. And what spot would the dragon skull have been?
Dragon skull is like east, a little bit north of Brecca.
Okay, so we're east over here, kind of in the Whitestone Mountains. We don't know that, like the characters don't. But okay. So Wrath would have known we at least flew in an eastwardly direction from seeing the dragon skull and knowing where that is in reference to Brecca, at least. We flew somewhere towards the east. I remember seeing a flash of what was the dragon's name? Dragon dude's name that we talked to? Ethor. I remember seeing Ethor's dragon skull before we slammed into a mountain. So we at least went east from the city.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Did Familiar One give up Ethor's name?
I heard him say Ethor before he was killed.
Jane will chime in. Who is this Ethor fellow?
He's an annoying dragonborn who is stingy.
But he's a weird dragonborn. He has a tail. And he had a lot of, almost you could say, a hoard of items.
Yes,
And he
because you
lived
said
in
stingy.
Yeah, he lived in a dragon skull that was magical and had crystals in it, and he told us we needed to go get the crystal. Or the seed.
My suspicion was he was a dragon, not a dragonborn.
I know dragonborns don't have tails, so I thought he was something more than just a dragonborn. But I wasn't sure.
So, a dragon.
No, but he was a man size. It was
I
very
have
weird.
heard tales of dragons shape-shifting.
This is a very interesting debate, but Khajiit is freezing with this white shit around.
Maybe. We do need to move off this mountain, but I needed a breather. We all got pretty fucked up.
Which way did Annoying One go? We should probably catch him before he dies.
Would it be a bad thing? Wrath says with like kind of a chuckle. Little gallows humor.
Tal Rune, you do not seem to be affected by this fucking cold shit.
Aren't you from the east?
Oh. Yes, but I don't know, it doesn't quite look familiar. My clan lived near the dwarves.
So we can't see your house from here. And Wrath kind of smiles at you.
Maybe once I have a second to get my head straight, something may look familiar.
Is everybody good to move? I assume it's been like 10 minutes
10
for
minutes.
our short rest.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Somebody get Annoying One.
As this conversation goes upon its 10 minutes, and everyone that's there minus Ramil can definitely gain the benefits of a short rest. Ramil, you find yourself going down the steeper part of this mountain with no real bearing, no real sense of direction. Roll me a D100, please.
Sure thing. Just give me a uno momento. Oh, fuck. I feel old, sorry.
No, there is no limit on how many you can use. But there is a limit on how much you gain back on your long rests and whatnot.
53.
53. You start heading, unbeknownst to you, south, down the mountain. On the south side, it's a steeper side. There are shadows that seem to cast here, like there's darker crevices on the. So you're facing south then if you're heading south. So on your left shoulder, the mountain seems to be on the darker side of the equation. On your right shoulder seems to be, a little bit more light emitting on that side of the mountain. As you make your way down, you just hear as wind kind of just gusts across your face. You start to feel a little bit of a sting on your tips of your ears. The cold begins to kind of really start to shudder because the snow you're plowing through is now up to your hips as you're kind of just pushing your way through. Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Sure thing. A 6.
The stress of your body, what you've been going through, the cold, the plowing through the snow, the frigid air, you will gain 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay.
As you continue to try to push, what do you want to do?
What's the point of exhaustion? He's probably just going to stumble and fall and just lay there.
You stumble and fall. going prone, which effectively puts you underneath the snow line. And as the wind gusts kind of push and stir all the snow on the side of the mountain, the hole that you stumble to starts to kind of slowly, take on flakes of snow, and it starts to accumulate on you, and slowly turns you from your summer skin to a white skin as the snow just kind of piles on you slowly. Would that be all?
Yeah, he's just gonna lay there and think about the friends he's been trying to get to.
Okay, so you are still conscious, is what you're saying.
He'd probably be like drifting in and out.
Okay, and that's absolutely fair. As you fade off into unconsciousness and back in and unconsciousness, as you start to succumb to your cold, you have a dream, Ramil. What is your dream about? As you do recognize this dream seems to happen and take place in your homeworld.
He'd be dreaming about the first time he met his pixie friend.
What did your pixie friend look like?
Oh, let me pull that shit up. My apologies.
It's okay.
So yeah, it was a pixie with unique like metallic wings, and he got lost in the forest one time, and that's how he met her. Just ran into her singing in the woods.
Well, hey there, you seem lost.
Yeah, can't really seem to find my way back home.
Well, what brings you in these woods? I'm kind of native to here. Is there any place in specific you're looking for? As she opens her wings, showing the metallic nature of them.
Just wanted to go exploring by myself. My family doesn't let me out much.
For probably good reason. These woods can get dangerous if you don't have the right guide.
Well, maybe I can ask you for some guidance.
Oh, you don't want me to guide you. As soon as I see something, I go away. I hide behind some leaves. Tends to be the nature here. I tend to stay off the beaten path, if you know what I mean. I don't like to... I'm not a big fan of confrontation.
Neither am I, but they've been training me in the art of the blade.
So, Mr. Art of the Blade, do I just call you Blade, or do you have a name?
You can call me Rumil.
Well, Ramil, it's pleased to meet you. My name is... What's my name?
Metalsing.
My name's Metalsing. You're pretty tall.
Yeah. Doesn't feel like it sometimes. And he just kind of sits down.
Are you thirsty? There's a pool nearby with some fresh water.
Why not?
Fantastic. Eternium is kind of dangerous, and you got to know where to drink from the right pools, right? Here, follow me. And as you kind of both travel off to this pool of water, you wake up again to the feel of biting cold, and then you drift off yet again. Everyone at the top of the mountain, as you gain your benefits of your short rest, you all stand up and attempt to dust yourselves off. At this point, Ramil's already 10 minutes ahead of you in any kind of travel. The only thing you would know is the immediate direction he took. As you look around, and all you see are just mountaintops cresting above cloud level and snow. What do you guys wish to do?
Shall we go try and find him?
Wherever the fuck he went.
Let's start walking, I guess.
Okay. You start walking. And once again, the snow at the top here seems to be down to like just below your knees. But about 5 minutes down the road, you would see this kind of divot in the snow. It looks like something plowed its way through. So you follow that with your gut feeling, and at this point, the snow is practically at your waistlines. Everybody give me a everyone give me a Khajiit is what I was about to say. Everybody please give me a Constitution saving throw. Motete, it is difficult for you as these robes don't seem to really keep out the cold as well as a decent cloak or blanket would. Initially, you were designed to, for desert travel. Not really anticipating being stuck in 3 to 4 feet of snow. You start to feel the tips of your fingers start to curl your old hands. The loose skin on the back of your palms, on the backside of your hand. They start to frigid up, and the snow begins to actually stick to your skin and doesn't just seem to melt right off the bat. The mustache and beard begins to kind of accumulate snow and ice as the moisture that you breathe out just freezes upon contact. You tend to shiver, but as you kind of squeeze your body close, your elbow feels warm.
I pull out the seed and see if I can warm my hands with it.
You absolutely do so. And as you hold the seed closer to you, it's definitely enough warmth to keep your hands from freezing, and the mobility in your hands slowly comes back. However, anyone who rolled under a 10 would suffer 1 point of exhaustion, as this terrain is not suited for desert attire.
Anatonda, aren't you fine in this stuff though? In the Goliath?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if that's how their characters that stuff worked.
It just says I'm
question.
adept. Well, it just says I'm adept to the cold.
Oh,
So I don't think I'm not immune from it. I'm used to it, but
okay. I was curious on how that works because I'm thinking about playing a Goliath at some point. Question: do I see Motete kind of shivering?
Oh, 100%.
Over there?
You guys are pretty well close together.
Could I try and use Firebolt as a way to help kind of clear the snow and maybe be a heater? Since it's a cantrip.
Yes and no. Under the context that you can shoot firebolts willy-nilly, you gotta take into consideration that a firebolt is not this massive flame. It's very much a tennis ball size fireball, basically. So yes, you could, but in 4 to 5 feet of snow, it'll probably take you 100 firebolts per foot. It's probably not worth the time spent, if I'm being honest. And the amount of heat that would come off the firebolt would be negligible in this open terrain.
Okay, I was just asking.
Yeah.
So
right.
even if it's not going to do anything, Khajiit is going to light up his hooded lantern and just hug it as he's moving.
Sure.
Oh. Seeing Khajiit do that, it's gonna spark a thing in Rat's head. Does anyone have any torches?
Khajiit has torches. I don't know if it'll light in this wind. Here you go.
I will take the torch and I'll use Firebolt to light that sumbitch because it says I light any combustible object.
I'm okay with that. It'll take a couple, but it's doable. And as you definitely, eventually you get a decent hit on the wick or whatever the material, the combustible component is, and the torch would absolutely light up. The heat that comes off this torch is enough to take the edge off. However, it's not a bonfire, right? This is not This is more of it's like putting a Band-Aid on an open wound. You know what I mean? It'll help a little bit, but we're not talking game breaker here.
Yeah, no, I figured it wouldn't.
Yeah,
but
that's fine.
I'm gonna take the torch, and mostly this is just flavor and stuff. I'll take the torch and hand it to Matete. This might help warm you up some, if you want it.
And he shows the seed to Wrath. This seems to provide me with enough warmth. Oddly enough.
Khajiit, because I'm looking at in this in my head that Motete's kind of in front of you as you're kind of you're reluctant to be. You don't like being here. Like this shit's not you. From fucking shitty sewers to like frozen frigid climates, you're just not in paradise the past couple of weeks for Khajiit. But as you see the torch being passed over and you see Motete kind of hold his hands up, presenting the seed. Ooh, pardon me again. Oh my god. Pardon me again. Sorry. New digestive tract. I'm still getting used to it. So as you see Motete present the seed, you feel as if your backpack kind of leaned towards it a little bit. Like it's like the small little kind of magnetic feel to it.
I mean, I'm pretty beat up right now. I'm just gonna have to do this. Okay, no, it's not enough to throw me off balance.
What the fuck? Is this fucking cube moving again?
What? Did you say that out loud or was like in your head?
No, he was like mumbling that with like his shortness of breath right now, being cold.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you're close enough to him, you would have heard it.
Well, I'm sure he probably didn't hear what you said, but maybe like heard you talking and saw you stumble. Are you okay, Khajiit?
Fucking cube might be moving again.
Here's the torch. Brad hands you the lit torch.
He's gonna like armpit the lantern and bring the torch in.
Absolutely. You totally do so. I ain't stopping there.
Stay warm, buddy.
This white stuff
like
is...
a cup of ice.
This white stuff is bullshit.
All right. So, Matete, as you hold out the seed and all that's going on, what do you want to do?
Continue down the mountain, I guess.
It's like, well, this is not the time to be experimenting with artifacts.
Agreed. Do we see any sign of Ramil?
Why don't you go ahead and give me a perception check, flat. With a 15, there's still a divot in the snow embankment here that looks like it's, it's not perfect. There seems to be a cut through, and you would assume that's where you have to go.
Okay, then I'll keep following.
Sure thing,
that
man. Like a
path.
scene from Lord of the Rings, man. You guys are all just pushing through that deep snow.
I've got my arm out, using it to kind of like test the snow to see how deep it goes. My severed arm.
The wind begins to pick up and swirl snow all around you. Your hair would kind of blow, if that's a thing that you have. Any kind of clothing articles you have on would kind of flutter in the wind. Every breath you take, you can see crystallize in front of you. And literally turn to snow, all the moisture from your breath, for every breath you take. As another 10 minutes passes by, it's slow going with a group of 5. Still looking for Ramil, shouting out Ramil's name from time to time with no response. Everyone, again, including Ramil, give me a Constitution saving throw.
And at this point, Khajiit's not even looking. He's just on Wrath's heels, using him as a windbreaker.
Anyone who rolled under a 10 will gain another point, if applicable, of exhaustion. Ramil, as you come in and out of consciousness, your vision is nothing but white. You deduce that you're practically being buried in snow as we speak. But you hear, Ramil! Ramil! reverberate in the air around you.
he'll just kind of stir a little bit, try to call his way up.
As you reach your hand up to attempt to, dig yourself out with your 15 Asher or Wrath, excuse me, you would see Ramil's hand sticking out of the white snow.
I see him over there, and I'll start making my way towards him.
With a bit of haste.
Exhaustion points?
Say what?
Oh, I was seeing if there was a place to put exhaustion on the fucking...
you can make him as a resource. That's what I do.
Okay.
If you go into the cogwheel, there's a place to turn it on.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
As you make haste, Wrath, getting to Ramil, you pull him out. Ramil's not looking very good to you. His clothing has basically frozen over from being under the snow for an extended period of time. His flesh, which is normally summery, definitely starts to show signs of like frost covered. I'm not going to say frostbite, but it definitely looks very pale and blue in comparison to his normal color. He doesn't look really well. He doesn't look well off at all.
You idiot, I told you not to go alone. And Wrath will pick him up and kind of like carry him back to the group, or at least try to. Like carry, drag, whenever I need to. He doesn't look very good.
Wrath, your gears, although you're making your checks, your gears are still kind of periodically kind of freezing. You go zzz, 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 you kind of gotta free them here and there, do robot stretches.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, Anatonda. Where is Anatonda in all this as you kind of see Wrath bringing back Ramil as he pulls him out of the snow line?
Seeing that, while I'm, comfortable in this environment, I am observing that my peers are not, and I would convey the message to them is, listen, we need to move. There's no time for resting or sorry, my side. There's no time. We need to get everyone down the mountain as quickly as possible. Wrath.
Yes.
Is Ramil conscious or no?
Ramil, are you conscious?
I would say with all the injuries, with being down twice in the last one, he'd probably be still in and out of it.
Okay.
So then you would hear Anatonda talk to Wrath, and I would say, why the hell did he even truck down the mountain to begin with?
He is bound and determined to go and save everyone. I tried talking him out of it, but he wouldn't listen.
Everyone
and I was too tired to try and fight him.
Everyone as in Nanu?
Sorry, you cut out, John. What'd you say?
Everyone as in Nanu?
I believe so. Nanu, the girl we met in the sewer, Zarkul, but I'm pretty sure Zarkul's dead. And just the city in general, I think. Kept saying about saving our friends.
I need to tell you something.
Yeah.
If you remember that there was something worse that I could have done while being tortured.
I know you were worried about giving us up, but what else could you have done?
You're gonna see Anatonda's head kind of duck into his shoulders, bow his head a little bit, and he's gonna kind of lift it up a little bit, and he's gonna say, I told them where Nanu was. I told them exactly where they could find her. And they told me that when they got her, they were going to bring her to me and sacrifice her right in front of me.
Well, we did tell her to run if she saw anything crazy happening, so there's still hope that they didn't get her. But and Wrath is gonna understand that, like, Anatonda's been through some shit. You also can't blame yourself. You were being tortured.
I shouldn't have been so weak. I'm sorry. I won't make that mistake again.
And Wrath has got, like, one arm holding up Ramil, and he puts the other, like, around Anatonda's, like, mid-back, because this motherfucker's huge. And then, like, the half-bro hug, and it's like, it's alright, my friend. You were under duress.
If we
It's
make
not
it
like
back,
you meant to.
if we make it back, I will do whatever I can to save her. Or find her, at least.
We will kill them all. And you see Rat's eyes flicker red for a brief second, thinking about going back into combat. And yeah, he's ready to embrace the monster he was being built to be.
Absolutely. Khajiit, you in the back there would hear all of this conversation, you and Motete, in fact.
Oh, I just typed it out.
Sorry, we were having a bro moment.
Doesn't matter. Like this, whatever you're talking about could like interest him if he was listening, but he's not listening.
Khajiit, give me a perception check, please. Okay. You know, with the travel you guys done so far, so you're heading down this, and once again, you have this like blanket of cloud, so you guys are kind of like above the cloud level, right? You're just about to crest into the foggy area where the clouds would be, at least based on where this mountainside is, heading in the same trajectory that Ramil was. So, with that 19 perception, you smell an odor in the air. It seems to be carried on the wind. And between all the ice and snow and the wind and the cold and the exhaustion, you smell what kind of could be explained as a... I don't want to call it sulfur, because it's not sulfur, but it has that kind of quality to it. You know what I mean? It's not like rotten egg sulfur like the sewer. This one seems to be more of like a natural smell of a sulfur like a sulfur like twinge to the nose.
Am I able to pick up the direction of where it's coming from?
The wind is blowing from west to east, so i.e. the wind is blowing from your right shoulder to your left shoulder. So it crests across your nose that way. But with a 19,
West.
I'm going to say you felt it hit your right nostril first.
All right, so west to east, so west, kind of. So I'm gonna point that direction, and I'm barely going to utter something like, "Khajiit smells something," as he starts hobbling over there, not quickly whatsoever.
Absolutely. You continue to go in that direction. Is everyone else following along, or?
Yeah, the Wrath will follow along as, like, he's moving and ice is breaking from the metal as he's... I just imagine there's, like, thin sheets of ice keep forming on Wrath, and at the joints they keep breaking, like, shattering.
Yeah.
So he's having to, like, move a little bit harder with each step to break the ice and walk.
Jane, all this is happening, man. You start to see Khajiit and Wrath holding Ramil, breaking off, heading in that little westerly direction, as the visibility and the obscurity is very much thicker here as you're in kind of like the clouds. You and Motete are practically the last two. Where's Jane's head in all this?
I think Jane's kind of like distraught because she lived in Brecca her entire life, and her barrenness just, betrayed the city, destroyed the temple, and now she's in an unknown place with strangers. So what she wants to do right now is survive. and make it down this mountain as
So
she
you-
trudges along.
So you follow along with Khajiit and the gang?
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Motete? I assume you're following along as well?
Yep.
Fantastic. 30 minutes roll by. As now the snow is up to your belly buttons. The lower you get, it seems like all the runoff and drift seems to just accumulate. Occasionally, everyone give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh yeah, now I roll good.
Whatever, you've been rolling good all fucking night. Don't give me that shit.
Because I'm carrying you.
At one point, Motete, with the frigid nature of your legs and feet, you step and accidentally kind of kick into a frozen rock from under the terrain that you just can't see. But as you kind of slip a little bit and kind of go ready to fucking face dive, Khajiit was able to kind of put his body in the way and kind of block you from falling as you kind of catch yourself on Khajiit's back. As Khajiit gets pushed forward a little bit, the smell crests across your nose again, and it seems really close. At this point, you would see these jagged rock outcroppings coming out of the earth, out of the snow. They are also speckled with snow, but you would see like clouds of steam kind of radiating from these rocks.
Khajiit's gonna pick up his pace, even though it's still not fast. It's still like maybe a little bit slower than a walk as he's trying to hobble past like the belly deep snow.
Do the rest of us see this?
I mean, you're all in the same general area. It's Khajiit's definitely. He seems to be the most ambitious just to get the fuck out of here. He's like, no. So he seems to be the leader of the pack right now as far as placement is concerned, and he's going along. I mean, you would ideally see it. I'm gonna say he would see it first, but you're just behind him.
I was just asking Sally. I was gonna if Wrath sees it. I'm pretty sure out of character you're implying that it's like a hot spring of some sort, but Wrath wouldn't know that. So I was gonna ask Anatanda, do you know what that is? And as he's pointing at like the steam rising from the jagged rocks, you're from around here.
Would that be a nature check?
Yeah, we can go with nature on that. And what specifically are you searching for? Wow.
Just my knowledge of maybe hot springs and potential hot springs within the mountains.
You are familiar that
He rolled a nat 20.
sorry, I just got a random message. So you would recognize that the Whitestone Mountains is allegedly kind of a dormant volcano range at some point. However, there are some residue of volcanic activity that happens from time to time. Usually from like as earthquakes happen up here, it tends to create crags in the ground that allow gases to escape. You are aware of the existence of these natural phenomena.
And I would make that sound like it came out of Anatanda's mouth. However Anatanda would have said that, that's exactly how you would have heard it.
So a place for us to get warm at least, finally. I can feel the lubricant in my joints seizing up. It is too cold.
You know, if I do recall on one memory, I used to get laid in something like that.
I assume you're talking about the sex? the getting
Oh,
laid?
right. Yes, the sex.
Ah, the coitus. I've never experienced. It doesn't seem appealing to me. Just has this random like, basically the birds and the bees. Like he knows what sex is, but doesn't care for it. He's like,
Clink, 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 clink.
cool. No, he's a Ken doll down there. It's smooth.
As you make your ways closer, the smell of sulfur and natural gas radiate the area. But as the rocky crags that jet out of the earth here become more profound, as you could see through the clouds closer than further away. As you guys get closer and the smell is there, you would also hear the occasional bloop 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 bloop. And true to form, it looks like a small pond that seems to be bubbling. And every bubble that happens, you just see hot steam.
I mean, Khajiit's first. He's going for it. He's just moving forward.
Khajiit.
You absolutely move forward without hesitation. You get yourself to the edge, and just as you get ready to put your foot in, give me a perception check. Actually, to be honest, I think it'll be more fair for passive perception here. I'm sorry. What's your passive perception?
15.
Oh my god. Really?
Yeah.
So as you go to put your foot in, you can't help but notice this, what looks to be animal lying halfway in, and the other half is covered in snow.
Dead? Moving?
I mean, you're welcome to touch it.
Khajiit will hobble over there, and so half of it's in the pool, half of it's out.
Correct.
He'll drag the body or carcass out.
You grab the snow-covered portion, and as you pull, it separates from what was in the pool and what was out of the pool as it splits in half. The frozen parts are very much frozen, but you can see the crystalline red chunks on the inside. But the bottom half, once again, seems to be very cooked.
Can Khajiit put his hand right above the water to feel the temperature of it?
The temperature is extremely hot. As you kind of just lay your hand an inch above the water, a little splash from a bubble pops up. Are you wearing gloves?
No.
A little bubble pops up and lands on the finger fur, and you start to see the fur start to dissolve. And you kind of quickly do one of those things.
God damn it!
What's wrong?
There's warmth in front of Khajiit, and it's too hot.
By the way, the fur that popped up on your fur seemed to have dissolved your fur in that one little splash.
It's acidic.
Khajiit cannot win.
And he's just on his knees weeping right now.
You place your knees on the ground right before this pool of hot, burny water. And the good news is as the wind kind of flies across this pool, it does quaff warmer air onto you. So temperature-wise, it makes the chill a little bit more bearable.
You said there's stones around this pool?
There's these crags and that jet out around, so it's almost like maybe a volcano, not a volcano, but an earthquake that opened these vents, and the pressure probably pushed these stones out from inside the mountain, and then it created this basin where this pool of liquid is.
If we look at the ground around the pool, does it look like there's enough radiant heat from that? There's no snow around it?
Yeah, about a couple inches, primarily. I mean, the temperature up here is quite frigid, but the heat, the pool is hot enough that its immediate surroundings would be not as below zero. It'd be better than not being next to the pool. It would be the best way I could probably say that.
Are there any, like, I'm assuming we haven't made it to like the timberline yet.
Correct. You still are very much in the cloud cover part.
Okay. We might be able to rest here. It is warmer.
Could I take another perception check to see if there are any like alcoves around the pool?
Yeah. In fact, why don't you make it an investigation? You know, you're disgruntled. You know, you're frozen. You're exhausted. How many exhaustion points do you have?
None.
Oh, you pass both. You're not in a great headspace right now. And as you just kind of quickly look around, all you just see are the crags, and then the basin of this liquid that bubbles and pops here and there. The snow is very much a thing as the wind pushes the drifts from above in the higher elevation. It kind of every once in a while, this small tidal wave of snow just batters onto you guys from time to time.
Fair. This is all new to Khajiit, and Khajiit is hating it right now.
Jane, same thing. You know, you watched Khajiit kind of peel away this frozen animal. At least half it's frozen. The other half is like this mushy whatevers, and it kind of separates. You stand there, and you're looking at exactly what everything we discussed. Khajiit falls to his knees in a "what the fuck" kind of a manner. Where's Jane at in all this?
Jane's happy enough to get some warmth, but she wants to get the fuck out of here. She wants to go home, wherever that may be now that Brekka's gone. She just wants to get out of this snowy area.
All right. And you're next, Motete, as everything that you see happen, this animal torn asunder. You see Khajiit kind of reacting to this liquid that popped up onto his fur, kind of dusting it away. Wrath kind of deducing that it seems to have been a very acidic liquid, as well as temperature-wise. What is Motete going to process here?
He's going to, well, he has 2 levels of exhaustion, so he's kind of tired, and figures it's the best place to be, even though it's kind of dangerous, but we'll keep him warm from dying from the cold, so I think it's a good place to rest.
Fantastic. Anatanda, same question.
Yeah, it's time to allow my comrades, parties and I to rest up.
Okay. I assume Wrath has no objections to that?
Oh, Wrath is ready for bed. He's clearing a spot from the snow away to lay Ramil's like half-conscious ass down close to the pool. And then, yeah, he's ready for bed.
You take some time. I'm going to say reasonably it takes anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes in your conditions to really get enough space where you guys can, you're going to have to hunker together for the most part, try to reserve that body heat. Whatever supplies you have in your backpacks is still a thing. I don't know if anyone invested in a tent or carrying a tent around. I'm not sure. But you try your best to get everything together as you all huddle up. The sun in the sky does seem to be dimming a little bit at this point. The popping of the water and the bubbling of the water can be heard from where you're at, and occasionally as the wind breezes through these crags, it does give you a small sense of relief, occasionally getting a warm breeze that passes over your bodies.
I have a crazy idea. Group. Remember we had the card from the traveling salesman? And he said if we ever wanted to do business with him again, we just did something with the card and said his name and he would teleport to us? I wonder
I don't know about the teleporting part, but
if he should teleport or travel to us or something.
Khajiit remembers that he would travel to us, and Khajiit does not think that he would travel wherever the hell we are.
I was just gonna say we have some money. Maybe he could help us get the hell off a mountain. I said it was a stupid idea.
How would you get a cart up here?
I don't know. I mean, you could put sleds on it. I don't know. It was just an idea. I'm cold. And you see Wrath is like huddled up next to like the pool because he's just a sheet of ice.
Khajiit is
Right,
slowly going to
right.
raise up a shaking finger.
And he's gonna roll up here and he's gonna go,
Yoo-hoo! Big summer blowout!
Yoo-hoo! Big
that's
summer
what,
blowout.
that's what you expect him to do?
I don't know. I'm cold. I'm trying to be useful.
I think Jane would spend this time just praying.
Are there any trees around?
Not that you
whatsoever?
can see from here, just the crags.
Can't even start a goddamn campfire.
How many torches do we have total?
Khajiit just has this one.
Does anyone else have any torches?
If you go through Ramil's stuff, you'd find some, but
Ramil, you're knocked out. Shh.
no, I'm just saying if they go through his stuff, they would.
I gotcha.
but
I gotcha. Yeah.
I'm not sure if anyone's going through his stuff, so
It's fine.
Oh,
It's fine.
actually,
I
at
have
this
one as well.
point, at this point, I think Jane would heal Ramil
Okay.
and Khajiit with her channel divinity.
Okay.
It's this one. Yeah, so she heals Ramil for 9 and Khajiit for 11.
Nice.
I think we can, according to the rules, I think you can either cast Identify or you can spend like some time, like a short rest or something to identify stuff, to attune to an item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very loose on the attunement thing. I was never a huge fan of it. So, short rest is fine for attunements in my head. I was never a huge advocate for the whole attunement process. So, yeah, short rest is okay for attuning.
Okay. Well, I mean, also for figuring out what the magic items do.
Yeah, and that's part of the attunement process as well. That whole shebang. It's weird. Everyone has their own little tweaks on it, but we can go with solid Arcana checks as well, and that's fine. But and you're very studious, so chances are you'll probably have read a bunch on a lot of this stuff here.
Okay.
But nevertheless, yeah, we can do that. So is that what you want to do now?
Seems
I
like
mean, while we're long resting, part of the long rest process.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. Here's what we're going to do. And keep that in the back of your mind. I'm not denying you that. But first, we're going to take care of this. So as you attempt to hunker down, people trying to salvage torches and trying to do all that you can, everyone give me a Constitution saving throw again. And the music is appropriate for this. Everyone who rolled under a 13, take a point of exhaustion. As the sun is going down, the temperature goes just as down as the sun is. And temperatures are now frigid. You inhale air, and you could feel it freezing on the inside of your nostrils and the back of your throat. That's how cold the air is. Who's at 3 exhaustion right now?
Ramil is.
1 second here. You all are fucking freezing. And as the night begins to really shine, Khajiit, your torch is running out of fuel and is slowly starting to fade away.
Does anybody have anything that we can burn? Khajiit has plenty of oil that we can light on fire, but we need something to keep it going.
Unless someone has torches, we could go through Ramil's shit while he's unconscious to see what he has. Jane, do you have torches?
No, I was naked, remember?
Fair.
That's fair.
That's fair. Anatanda, do you have any torches?
I have a few. Perhaps,
Okay,
maybe... I know Motete said he wasn't for it, but maybe now is the best time to play with artifacts. As it may be our last chance.
I think we need to try and get a fire going first. Get all the torches you have. Wrath is going to look through Ramil's backpack just for torches. He doesn't give a shit about whatever else is in there. He's just trying to grab torches.
There's 8 in his backpack.
So I'm going to take all 8 of Ramil's torches and set them in like a circle. Anatanda, how many torches do you have?
5.
I'm going to put your 5 on there with it in like a big pile of torches. And anyone have any objections as he like has his arm cannon pop out?
You have no idea how to make a fire.
Because she's just gonna stack like 3 of them real quick, and then take a flask of oil and just pour it on all 3.
Light that first.
Okay, I'm a machine. I'm trying. And he'll shoot the grease-covered torches with his firebolt.
Absolutely. It ignites instantaneously as the oil begins to spread into the initial 3. These torches are standard torches, nothing special about them. They do catch as they are made of wood. After like 5 to 10 minutes of burning, these torches are burning pretty quick.
No, once there's like a good bed of like embers, he'll start adding like 5 more.
You do so, and it gives you about another hour's worth of let's say campfire equivalent warmth, and that's stretching that definition out. But it's fire, and you all kind of huddle up next to it, trying to regain some warmth. A bit of smoke pillars up and into the cloud cover. As you try to huddle, and things are looking pretty grim. In the night sky, as the sun is completely down at this point, the only light you see is your own firelight, which seems to be slowly dimming as you keep on trying to fuel this fire. You would hear in the distance, echoing.
Your mic was too good.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
Boo, I forgot. It only picks up words. You would hear like kind of a roar echoing through the canyon side here. And as you are covered in cloud, and the light only seems to shine in your immediate area and kind of illuminates a small sphere around you of cloud cover, you all hear woof, 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 and it kind of sounds like big wings flying just over you. And I think that's a good place to curtain call tonight.
Oh, I was about to offer up a really bad idea, or a smelly idea, of dousing half that carcass in oil, and it'll technically burn.
Yeah. I don't know if the frozen part will burn or the acidic part will burn. We'll find out.
The hair.
Nevertheless, guys, that'll be our sesh tonight. Wow. So, a lot of things went according to plan. Not really. Yeah, guys. So I guess you guys had your first boss battle, yeah, you guys got pretty fucked up, pretty good. Let me kill the stream. We'll have our after action report and.
It wasn't so